Hello, and thank you for joining us on Building Greatness the Warrior Way, a Westcliff University athletics podcast. As always, I'm joined by our Dean of Athletics, DeShaun Harris.
Yay.
And I'm Sherm Dog, David Shermett, the head baseball coach at Westcliff University.
Well, hey, once again, thank you for joining us. We have a special show, and I know we say that each time we do a recording, but today really is because it is our 50th podcast. Sean, I can't believe how quickly it's gone by. In a heartbeat, we're at number 50. And looking back, we've had some great guests on. We've talked about some very timely topics. We're going to probably bring a few of those people back, talk about some new stuff today. And it's just going to be a very special podcast, maybe a little bit longer than we're used to, just because we have so many guests that are coming back. I'm excited. Are you excited? I'm fired up.
5-0, baby.
Okay. We're very lucky because we've had an incredible lineup of guests, both Westcliff and those from the outside. And I don't know everyone who's coming on. It's going to be a kind of a who's who today of those that are going to be coming back that have appeared on our podcast or spoken on our podcast before. So we're going to be learning this together as we go. Our ace engineer, who is always the man behind everything, making us sound great, and today making us look great as well. Brandon Peterson, thanks very much. I know you're a Sun Devil, and I had to do that, and it hurts me, but that's all right. It's great to have you with us on the podcast today. And I can see who our first guest is, and going to be jumping on. Our guests are going to be jumping on and jumping off. I should point that out. So, they may stay for a little bit. They have work to do as well, so they may not be able to stay the entire time. But we're going to be jumping across departments all the way around our athletic administration and some of the coaches, and it's going to be a fun one today. We're very fortunate that we have all these people have donated their time today because we're still very busy. We are building greatness here, the Warrior Way.
Absolutely. And you know what? Just before you get started,
yeah,
because you're always spilling this flying filth out of your mouth.
Flying filth out of my mouth?
I saw you try to take a little shot at the Sun Devil. Oh, was this the Sun Devil? Because you're so busy losing on this podcast. For the record, I just want to say I'm just like Floyd Mayweather. I'm 50-0 today. That's what that means today. I am 50-0. Okay.
All right. So
on this podcast.
So am I 0-50? Is that what you're saying?
Game, recognized game.
Okay.
And forks up from my main man, B.
Oh, man.
That's what's up.
Oh, man. And you know what?
I losing like you always do today. And hopefully these guests save you. Okay.
Yeah,
hopefully they save you today.
I would argue the 50-0, but you know what? After the year that the University of Arizona has had, I can't argue. We've replaced our football coach. We've replaced our football coach, our basketball coach, our baseball coach, and our softball coach, all in the space of a few months. So I can't argue. And although there's some shady stuff going on at ASU, we're going to have to wait and see how it all shakes out with the football program. They got a new baseball coach. So both schools are a little bit in transition, but I can't argue with you, Sean.
He continues to insinuate the bad things. This rivalry goes way back. And it's real here, y'all. So I just want to let y'all know. I don't even know how we even get the shows produced because if I was B, I would cut Sherman out every day. Sherman would be cut out every podcast. Respect.
Let's get a going, shall we?
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh, we switched hats. Oh my God.
A little wardrobe change going.
Oh my God.
Love it.
Or there you go, Sherman. You get to stare at that all day.
Yeah, I see that. I don't know if I don't think I have an Arizona hat in here. All I have are.
You don't. Who wants to carry losers around in their house?
Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to put up with this the whole time. Hey, I should also mention, let's not forget the 17th of September. Then the trash talk is really going to fly. I'll be Larry Bird. You can be Magic Johnson, or you can be whoever you want. Yeah, I see that.
How about that? How about we just keep the winning going?
All right.
Did I show you guys this?
Oh,
that's what you're paying for.
Yes. You were recently awarded, and from Pro versus Joe Battle of the Ball champion. Oh, look at that! The winner gets that. Is that what it is?
This is what you're playing for.
Oh, that's so sweet. Now I got that motivation. I'm ready. That's great
Okay.
motivation right there.
All right. I'm fired up now.
We know who office that's going to be in.
Yeah.
That's all
Okay.
I'm saying. Matter of
It's gonna
fact,
look good on my desk. Provided I get a desk, we're still trying to clean out the coach's office.
hey, we don't give losers desks. That's the rule number one. And
Okay.
7:50 a.m. That means we're bringing on our first guest.
Okay.
We're bringing on Dodge. He's our SID, and let's admit him right now.
All right. Chase Dodge, our sports information director. Come on down. Here he comes. Connecting.
There he is. All right.
Chase Dodge.
Can we get your video on?
What's
Chase?
up, everyone? Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Thanks for joining us. There he is, the handsome man. All right.
Here I am.
hey, that's
All right.
the best thing I've seen all day. We're warming up.
It's still early.
I
Anything
mean,
can happen.
the day just started. I don't know if I can claim that yet.
Whenever you kicking it with Sherm, trust me, we can claim it right now. All right?
Chase, you know what? It's great to have you on. Thank you very much for giving us your time this morning. We don't have a whole lot of it, so I got a few questions I wanted to ask you. You've been on our podcast before, is that right? Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay.
Lose him.
Maybe he's kind of freezing up a little bit there.
Technical difficulties.
Yes, so I thought I messed up.
Okay. Well, I think as long as we can hear you.
Chase, can we hear you?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Okay. All right. Obviously we're right in the middle of the summer. We're looking very much forward to August when all of our sports gets going again. The beginning of school, August 30th. What are you working on right now? Because I can only imagine the buildup to our return to sports, the excitement surrounding it, and how busy your department's going to be. What is your primary focus right now?
My primary focus for this summer for game operations is one, to make sure that we're in the process of making sure we have student workers to work those events. So we're trying to gather any kind of student athletes that are interested in working game operations, sports information, and trying to build that small department within sports information up. My focus right now is to make sure all our scheduling is done. Everything since the NAI finally switched over to Presto, which is a stats program I like. So all the SIDs are kind of in the process of that transition, which is occurring in the month of July. Which we're already ahead of the game. We already had this program in 2019, so we're already a step ahead. So right now we're just trying to get ready, get all our equipment that have been locked in the closet for this COVID year, trying to get all of that out to make sure we're up and running, doing some dry runs, making sure get all the joints flexible. And honestly, we're just super excited to be back out on the field, in the court. Everyone in our department miss the student athletes, miss the competition, miss the atmosphere of working games. So right now we're just tired of sitting on our butts at home, just doing our work. We want to get out there. We want to be able to compete finally within our conference and within the NAI. So that's what we're focused on, is making sure we function at the highest level that we possibly can. And honestly, my goal is to beat everyone out of the water, just like every coach's goal is to be the number one. Our department is focused on being the top athletics, communication, sports information department in our conference and in the NAI. I mean, we have high ambitions, Katie and I, and we have a great group of people, as you guys obviously know, but the people listening in, we pulled great talent from Brandon, Jaleesa. We even got some new people like Deontay, Max, and of course I can't forget about Neil, our esports coach, but also our media coordinator. Also, we just have, like Sean always says, we have first round draft picks.
Yay. First round draft picks. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm glad you said that, Chase, because you're a dynamic player for us, as you already know. But hey, we just got national recognition. Tell everybody that national recognition that we received just recently.
So a couple weeks ago, the NAI SID Association set up this media and publications contest where there are different categories across sports information. This could be sports articles. This could be highlight reels. This could be broadcast calls of the year. There are over, I don't know the specific number, but there's a lot of categories. And Westcliff were able to grab 2 top 10 places in 2 categories, which were sports preview, which Brandon got with our men's soccer preview. And then we got another top 10 finish with Neil with his, when we got the behind the scenes media day for soccer. And I don't know if people knew this or not, but Westcliff and UC Merced were the only 2 schools that got national recognition within our conference. And I can't state how proud I am, because one, we didn't have any games. So just with that, we were only able to apply to a minimum of 4 categories. And since we're a new school, no one in the NAI really actually knows us just yet. The fact that we were able to have national recognition with no athletics going on, with COVID going on, and I want to say we were the only schools to be in the top 10 without having an athletic season. Which, I mean, this is like a peek in the mirror for when we actually start having games where they will be seeing Westcliff in almost every category this next season. So I can't talk more about it, how proud I am, because this just proves that we are knocking into the NAI, swinging to the fences, whatever sports analogy that you want to do, that we're here and that we're just going to kill the game, regardless of in our sports information department, in all of our sports, even the sports that are not NAI affiliated, because, we're going for bigger, better things. We're adding new sports that I have not watched these sports, but I am so excited for what we have in store for this season. I can't wait, honestly.
Hey, Sherm Dog. Chase said we killing the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what he said? Hey, Sherm Dog, let them know. Hey, we stay ready so we don't have to do what?
Get ready. Absolutely.
That's right. We stay ready so we don't have to get ready.
Yeah, and he did use a baseball analogy about knocking it out of the park. Thank you very much.
Let me tell you, all we know how to do is swing for the fences. And the reason why we're able to do that is we got great collaboration, seamlessly throughout the whole athletic department. It starts with having a great SID and great coordinators and senior coordinators and behind the scenes. One thing I love about our team, especially our SID team, it's no glory hounds. Everybody's there to help out the next person. And we're all about lifting the next person up. And I know a lot about that because I have to lift Sherm Dog up every day.
Your back is aching, right? Your back is killing you.
So I'm gonna have to go to sports bed just to get Sherm Dog off my back. I can't wait till the season happens. That way, I think I'm gonna drop about another 60, 70 pounds for carrying Sherm through this whole pandemic.
All right. Well, we'll see what you look like on the 17th of September.
Hey, don't worry. I'm gonna be in that Rocky Balboa shape. Okay, just cut me, Mick. Just cut me.
All right. What does that make me? Does that make me Apollo Creed? It should be the other way around, I think, shouldn't it?
It probably should be, but hey, we don't know no color lines here. I just pick whoever the winner is.
All right.
Because I'm a winner. Okay. So here's the deal, Chase. It's a pleasure to have you on this podcast, the Big 5-0. Before you leave, I'm gonna ask all the guests this: is there something you want to leave me and Sherm? Because September 17th is gonna be a day of reckoning. Okay, it's gonna be where the pro and Sherm meets the Joe and me. Okay, we got hardware. It's being covered. I think ESPN already called a couple times to try to get it on the network. I don't know if the price is right for that yet, but we'll see. But we will be taking this to another magnitude. First question is, who you got? You got the pro or do you got the Joe?
Be careful.
Now your check may
Dude,
your check may not make it. You know? I'm just
okay.
saying, you might have some difficulty with your paychecks.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, sure. My arm's being twisted right now, but
okay.
I gotta go. I gotta go with my heart.
Yeah.
I think Sean has the ability
oh my gosh.
to pull something off and shock the world.
Hey, listen, I know where you live and I know what kind of car you drive. So
hey, here's the thing. Sherm, I moved. I don't know if none of y'all knew that. I moved and got a new car, so none of that applies. So I'm an incognito. Right. You don't know where I'm at.
All right, everyone. 8 a.m. and joining us now from the soccer fields of some recruiting trip somewhere. Let's find out. It's Joey O'Keefe, our men's head soccer.
Hey. Welcome to the show, Joey.
What's going on? There's too much good times going on as soon as I join the call.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, it's so great to see you. And Sherm knows that you're my favorite first round draft pick. Although he may say that he was in the fire then before you were, we already know who the favorite is. Okay.
Well,
I'm talking, hey, don't disrespect me when I'm introducing the reigning coach of the year.
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention.
The reigning coach of the year. Give him his respect. Okay, give him his respect. Joey, you already know you're a first round draft pick. You're always in the trenches. I know you're recruiting your tail off like you always do. You got high ambitions. Every time I'm looking to move us up the ladder, I'm thinking about you because I know we got to get this guy to D1 really, really quick. Okay, because I can't lose my first round draft pick. Okay, to all these other losers who don't know how to take it out the mud. You know, with that being said, how you been, man? How you been?
Oh my goodness, what an introduction. Well, something's got to be clear that there's only one man who was hired first. Something's got to be clear. There was a day in between there.
One day. Hey, but Joey,
that don't mean I like him though, Joey. That don't mean I like him more than you.
All we gotta do is work together. We don't have to like each other, but we gotta respect each other. Joey, where are you in the world right now?
I am in Temecula, Galway Downs.
Nice.
I am now at day 5 of a 6-day long 110-degree recruiting trip.
Oh my goodness. How come every day I look a little older and you look a little younger, man? It's just unbelievable. You're going the other way.
I think I hear some jealousy there. Hey, don't be mad because this DNA a lot better than yours, sir. Things are what it is. Okay, we can pray for you after this podcast, but right now ain't nothing you can do next to this guy. Okay?
Well, Joey, hey, you had a really successful first year, both your men's and your women's. Remind our listeners what your records were for those two teams.
Yeah, so the nice thing is here we're a fall sport, so I've been living on yesterday for about almost a year and a half now, and I am excited to turn the page and see what's next, right? Because first year overall record was 19-6-3. But excited to turn the page and quit living on that and create some new things in a couple weeks.
Yeah. We're obviously in July. When do you start up? When's your first game?
August 20th is the first match of the season. We got four games back to back. Three of those first 4 games are top 25 Division II games. And then we roll into NAI opponents.
Who are some of those opponents, Joey, to start off?
Let's see. We've got Point Loma Nazarene. We've got Concordia University. We've got Biola University, and we've got Cal State San Bernardino.
Are any of those going to be in the stadium? Or are you?
Those are. I wish I could have got those D2 schools to come play us here, but we're actually traveling to each of those 4 Division II matches.
When's our first opportunity to see you at home this year?
First opportunity. I want to say it's the first week of September is when our first home match of the season. So we'll have almost a month together before our first home match of the season.
Okay.
I love that. Sorry, B, but I just want to say something before you get going. Joey don't duck anybody. Okay.
Yeah.
He said, hey, I want the toughest schedule, and if we had a little bit of reprieve during this fall schedule for COVID because we were a little restricted, he would probably have even more, to do. And unfortunately, fall just kind of took a beating just like spring did when COVID started, right? It's no happy medium, right? It's either you got to start or finish, and now with this variant is taking over the country, right? We hoping that we can get past that as well and don't have to have any delays. But one thing I love about Joey is he always come ready, you know, to the competition. He always have his teams ready. I know they're going to be gritty. They're going to be fighting for everything. He has his uncle, which is the super fan of Westcliff. Okay, I miss him dearly. I can't wait to hear the siren crank it up. Okay, because ain't nobody crank up the siren like he does.
I need more cowbell.
You know, so I'm just so excited for what we have in store. But Joey, what is your number one goal besides winning, besides culture and all those things? What is it that you want your student athletes to walk away with this year?
Friends for life, right? That's that's college athletics, right? Is the guys you go to school with is the guys you live the rest of your life with. And so number one goal for these guys is to become brothers off the field. If we can become brothers off the field, I really believe the only thing that does is make us better on the field. So team bonding type things, we're spending all of our amount of time together. We have 45 guys in one apartment complex, like in order to do everything we can to build a really good culture for these guys with as many new as we have coming in. So this year, there's going to be, because of the COVID year, we've probably got about 45 guys total from last year and this year who've never met. And so they're going to be meeting for the first time. From the first day of practice to the first exhibition is 11 days. It's not much time to get yourself out there and get used to what's going to go on to start to perform really quickly and start to trust some teammates. So what I want for these guys is to have the best college experience they could ever have and leave with some of the best friends they've ever had for their life.
And that's tremendous. And we need to just go ahead and turn the apartment complex over to the O'Keefe Estates, because you pretty much have everything there. And but look, that's a testament to the hard work. And I know you got some great young coaches, dynamic coaches underneath of you that you continue to develop to help you bring.
Did you say young coaches?
Yeah, they're young, man. I mean, most of them were younger than me, so I always besides you know, Sherm Dog, that's another story for another day. But I would say the development within the soccer program has been tremendous. You know, each year, you know, even in a COVID year, I felt like you got better. I know we didn't see the performance actually on the field because of COVID, but that doesn't mean leadership doesn't happen. That doesn't mean collaboration doesn't happen. Trust, you know, all of those things that you need to hit the ground running. And I think you guys satisfied that, you know, this year by having that communication and getting all the admin and all those things together. So it's going to be really exciting for me to see it all come together, you know, for you guys. And I believe in your leadership. You know, I truly admire what you do. I'm thankful and grateful to have you. But I got one question for you before you get out of here.
Oh, here we go.
So September 17th,
Oh, man.
right? It's going to be the showdown between Sherm Dog the Pro versus me, the Joe, right? Who do you have, you know, on this battle? It's going to be an epic battle. I've been putting in the cardio so I can have a little bit of win. He's been trash talking me the whole time. I don't know if you've seen these videos, but he's trash talking me the whole time, sending me these crazy emails of how he's just going to put it on me. Joey, who you got? Is it going to be the Pro or is it going to be the Joe?
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a couple variables that go into this, right? Game location, where's it going to be? Is Sherm going to be able to where is it going to be?
It's going to be a warehouse.
Oh, good. So Sherm's going to have some unlimited access to get in there as many days as he can to get the work in.
Right.
Really love it. It's hard to knock down the hometown favorite, though. It's all about where you've been, what you've done, how you've done it. And so publicly, we're going to say, hey, Sean, this is in the bag. You've got this.
Oh, my God.
Privately, Sherm, I'll talk to you after. Sherm.
I'm keeping score. I'm going to remember. I'm remembering here who's putting what.
Hey, don't worry about it.
Not go unnoticed.
I think
it's a done game.
Scholarship.
Not go unnoticed.
It's a done game. It's a done game. What else can I say? Can I go for 2 scholarships? How about this? I think it's going to be a blowout. I think we're calling a skunk.
Keep the scholarships going.
We're calling a skunk. We're talking 5-0. Game's over. No one scores.
Oh my God, you guys are. Oh man, you're sucking up, and this is embarrassing for you.
This is podcast number 50. Maybe we just need to just transfer 50 grand over to Joey for scholarships right now. You know, I think we just need to do that. It's only the right thing to do. Since he is a first round draft pick, and
everybody is sucking up. Hey, Joy, I do have another question though. While we just have a second, who you got? England, Italy, and Euro 2020.
England. Game's over. It's coming home. Game's at Wembley in London. Been there before. Amazing place. It's coming home.
Well, all right. We'll see. Both teams are on fire. It's going to be an epic one. Oh
yes,
my!
It will. Yes, it will. Guys, thank you for the time. Oh my goodness, you guys are crushing through these. This is fantastic. Thank you for the time. I can't wait to see the matchup. I think we should throw it on ESPN 8 the Ocho.
Man,
put it up, get it on there.
Ocho. Is there anything after the Ocho? Is there the Nueve? Because I don't know if we're worthy of the Ocho. We might be the Diaz or the Once or Dose. I don't know. There might be no 11 for the show.
Oh man, it's gonna be fun. But look, we're gonna do it for charity, so it's gonna be a nice charity event. So any proceeds we collect goes directly to charity, and anything for the kids and charity, I'm always about. So if I gotta look like a fool out there for that, I'm all for it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all for a good cause. So as long as everyone's having.
I'm playing to win, though, Joey. I'm playing to win.
I'll tell you what, you guys better be playing to survive. You need to have a full warm-up session. Make sure Emily is ready for on deck. Ready. As
long as there's air conditioning, there's hydration, and an ambulance standing by. I think we're good.
Why do you think everybody got CPR certified? I mean, I had a little inside deal. I need everybody's help.
So am I going to have
Sherm, September in the summer.
Out? Yeah, that's true.
September in the warehouse. You know what that thing's going to be temperature-wise.
Are we at the new campus or the existing campus?
If he's talking,
look at it. He's trying to be pretty now. We're getting gritty. Old campus, warehouse, sweaty. Okay, looking ugly. You trying to be pretty. You heard ESPN, and now you're trying to be pretty. I know you love being on camera all the time.
I was hoping it was going to be at the indoor campus instead of the outdoor one. I'll be ready to rock, man. It's going to be, hey, as long as we got to have a little bit of music, maybe some food. We're going to get it straight.
The pressure on you, Sherm, dog. You the pro. I'm just a Joe, man.
Really? There's no pressure on me? With all the trash talking you're throwing down? Oh, my God.
No pressure on me, bro.
Dude, every Wednesday morning, the trash truck shows up. There's 2 huge bins, and they got your name on them. Sean. Everything going in the truck. All the trash going in the truck.
Nobody believes that, bro. We know how you get down, bro.
Unbelievable. My goodness. Hey, Joey, while you're still on and we're waiting for our next guest,
go ahead.
I know you for a little bit now. I got a personal question for you. Are you going to be expanding your family sometime soon? Are you talking about
expanding the family? The wife and I would love to. We're hoping that we can hang off just a little bit of time, just a few years. But expanding the family will definitely come. We're now into 2.5 years married. So if we can hold that off for a little bit longer, it'll be much appreciated.
And you got married just before you joined Westcliff.
Just before, about a month or two before.
Yeah.
2 months maybe.
To continue with the accolades, you recently were conferred your master's, correct?
Recently conferred. Now I'm now master.
Sir. Hey, as soon as that new Bambino comes through, whenever it does, I got an LOI for him or her. Doesn't matter. LOI.
Well, let's see. So let's see if it's about 2 years. That'll be 23. That'll be 2041. Class of 2041.
Class 2041.
You can sign him now if he's a baseball player.
Fellas,
we'll take it. We'll take.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Joey.
No. We're good. We'll take it. Free education. We're locking it in now. Put the paperwork in. We'll get the lawyers to sign it.
All right. Got an LOI. Sign the LOI now before the tuition goes up.
Hey, we're not taking no releases either. I'm just telling you. We're not releasing it.
Funny. All right, Joey. Hey, that's our men's soccer coach, Joey O'Keefe. Thanks so much for joining us today. You're welcome,
guys. I don't know how you're going to do this. My jaw hurts. I laugh too much, and you got a couple hours of this. So good luck. Your dentist is going to be happy after this. That jaw's going to be sore.
All right, thanks, buddy. You have a great weekend.
Take care, you guys.
All right, we'll see you.
All right,
hey,
guys.
next up,
David, we have Tom coming in a little early today.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get him on here. There he is. Tom is our women's soccer coach. There he is. First time on the podcast.
Morning.
Let's give him a hearty welcome.
Good morning. Look how coiffed he is.
Hey,
Oh my God. He looks like he belongs on a magazine. Look
Hey,
at him with the hair piled high and the button-down
hey.
shirt.
Sherm, they've always told me I had a face for radio, though.
No. You've got a face for print, man. Look at you.
I
You're all lined up, your facial hair, everything, man. You got, and although that hair and those teeth are all yours, right? See, I got none of that left up here, and some of this is fake. So
good lighting, I think.
Hey, we need to turn our cameras off because GQ just walked in the building. My main man, Tom Lancaster. How we doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How's everyone doing?
Hey, you know what? You're a first round draft pick, so we happy to have you as always. And for our listeners, they gotta know that you on cloud nine right now, especially being from England, because I know you smelling a dub. I know you smelling a dub. It's about to come back home for you. So I know you're excited about that personally, but professionally, you have been doing nothing but kicking butt, man. Like, I know that people haven't seen you because of the pandemic and what you're going to bring to the table, but it's rumbling here. We know exactly what's going to happen. It's like a volcano about to erupt anytime, man. How are you feeling getting pressed up for the season?
We just want to get started. Yeah, I mean, it's 18 months, right, without a game. So, yeah, we've been recruiting like crazy and had some just amazing success. The staff, Rich, Ty, Francesca, have just been on it. We've got a load of great athletes coming in, good students as well, which, as you know, is important. But yeah, we just want to get on the field. So, we're counting down the days. August 9th, first training session. We can't wait. First exhibition game is August 18th. So we've got a good preseason as well. We're playing some good teams, Concordia, Azusa, so some D2 schools in there. So it's going to be fun. We're ready.
Hey, so we were just kind of touching on it a little bit. So who you got, Italy or England?
Come on, man. England all the way.
Hey,
all right. And as we say, it's coming home. Coming home.
Okay, I'm keeping track of this. Sean, ask him your question, because I think I already know the answer.
But see, this is the deal, though. So, Tom, like, he asked you that question like you was going to turn your back on home. You know what I'm saying? But that's the reason why Sherm is the loser of this podcast. He done lost 50 podcasts straight. So please forgive him for his ignorance of even asking someone of your high esteem some lame question like that. Who you gonna pick? You wouldn't be able to go home if you picked anybody else. Like, what's wrong with him?
I wouldn't be allowed in the country.
Right. What's wrong with him, right? And of course, we know you all about greatness anyway, the warrior way. But, I know that in winter, we're going to be kind of looking at COVID and changing some of the actual travel restrictions, which is a good thing, but it didn't benefit you this year, right? And, just like for the spring sports, when COVID hit, it didn't benefit them either, right? They kind of took a beating in this thing. But with that said, I know you put together the best schedule you possibly could under the circumstances, and we all got our fingers crossed with this variant that it doesn't spread and get into the wave of what we're trying to do. But it's no way in the world that we're not hitting the field this year. And I got big, high hopes for your team, because although you didn't get on the field, I saw the growth within your team during this pandemic and leadership, trust, understanding, empathy, all of these things that are great components of being a champion. With that being said, what is some of the benefits you felt like your team benefited from during this pandemic? What silver lining have you taken out of the pandemic that you're going to use to kind of fuel your women this year on the field?
I think time is something that's hugely important, right? And it's how you use that time. Now, if we're on the field, that's how we like to use our time, because we're coaches. We want to coach, right? So by not being on the field, we've got to be smart with what we do, or we had to be smart with what we did. So we spent more hours recruiting. We went and searched everywhere. I'm talking to girls from Uganda, from different places in Europe, all over the world, so we can get the very best talent. Now, we'd be recruiting like crazy because we do that, right? But when you've got extra time, you go even further, you know. So in terms of recruitment, that's better for us. It's brilliant. Then whenever you're faced with a tough situation, you're in a position where you can grow, right? And that's individuals on the team, that's our coaching staff, and that's a group collective as well. You know, if you go through something rough, which everyone has in the country, it's how you react to that, how you, you know, a good example of how we use that time to help us grow. Coach Francesca did vision boards with our players. Again, extra time to do extra things with players to help them have a different perspective on their futures. It's very easy to kind of get down and upset because things aren't going your way. But hey, it's just a bump in the road, and you can use that to plan and be better. And that's where we've seen some growth and some success. And I think, I think it's how you use your time, right? That's life.
Right. No, I agree. And Sherm was alluding to me asking you this big question here. On September 17th, right, it's going to be a gigantic event happening in the warehouse, right by the Walmart, right by Western State Law. And Sherm and I are going to have this epic game for charity and all the bragging rights. And Sherm is the pro and I'm the Joe. So I want to know who you got. Are you got your money on the pro in Sherm or the Joe in me? Because Sherm for weeks on end has been talking smack, how he's just going to put it down on me. He's going to put it down on me. And we're playing for all the marbles here. Hey, B, show him the trophy. It's a trophy playing for all the marbles here. I want you to see this trophy.
It's a big marble on the top of the trophy.
Big marble on the trophy. Where, you know, Sherm swears that he's a hoop star. Not only he's great in baseball, but he's great in basketball. Okay, so who do you have, Tom? And don't worry about it. I'm not taking away any scholarships for the wrong answer, but I may give you some for the right answer. There's no motivation. I'm just saying.
Hey, I'm taking notes here, Tom.
I'm just saying, Tom.
Money talks, man. Money talks.
Tom.
If we're getting some more money into the program, more scholarships, man, there's only one winner in my opinion. Money talks.
I'm just saying, I'm sorry, Sherm Dog. It's just what it is. We're building warriors. We're building greatness the warrior way. That's all we know how to do is keep building.
I'm looking forward to it. Who's been training?
Hey, so Sherm Dog's been training. He's putting it on. Look at him. He's in his playing weight. Look at him. He's, and I'm coming in here as a long shot. But what I said is you can't judge the heart or measure the heart of a champion. Inside, I know it's an inner me somewhere in there, Tom, and I'm gonna dig down deep for it. Okay. September 17th. I still got a little time to get a little cardio in, right? But I plan on winning. Okay. So I don't plan on losing. Okay. So it's gonna be like somebody gonna have to hit the hospital after this. I'm all out. Okay. I'm putting it all out.
You sharpening those elbows.
I am. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Here's the thing. I don't doubt your heart. I don't doubt what's inside. I got the same inside. We're the same inside. The difference is our outside. You got a little more outside. You have a little more outside than I have.
And listen, and that is so true. And I plan on using every bit of it. Okay. When I tell you, Big Daddy gonna take it to the whole, I'm gonna smother him. Okay. Now I don't think he's ready for any of this girth right here. I'm gonna put all on. I'm gonna test him out. The first time I get the ball, I'm blowing him up, Tom. I'm blowing him up. Yeah, he's gonna be asking for win. Well, where's my oxygen?
Are we recording this? Is this going out live? This
is going out live. ESPN already called me for it, Tom. I said, no, the money talks. I said, you got to give me a little bit more money to get it on.
The sponsors are lining up.
They're lining up, okay? This
So-
is bragging rights for the year. This is for the bragging rights. And this might be an annual thing. So this might not be something just one time. We might have to continue this. And we just pick up different sports. It's okay with me. That's what we do.
Oh, hey, one-on-one on soccer. I'm looking forward to that as well.
Okay. I'm game. You see, I'm game to do whatever, but this pro here with his nose all up in the air, you know, telling everybody how better he is with me and making fun of my throw out pitch in baseball, just blasting me all through social media. I'm coming for everything they say I can't have, Tom. I'm coming for it all.
Hey, we need uniforms. Or are we going to go shirts and skins?
Now, that's what we're not doing. Oh, man, are you kidding me? See, this is what I'm talking about, Tom. You see how he throws these little jabs and subtleties in there trying to bring me down? Trying to bring me
Any
down.
given day, right?
Any given day.
So, hey, Tom, quick question for you while we still have a couple of minutes. This is your first time on our podcast, is that right?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, so we haven't had the chance to have you on. Tell our listeners a little bit about your background and how it is that you came to Westcliff.
Oh, yeah. I came over here about 12, 13 years ago. I was actually, I was playing in England and training to be a teacher.
Mhm.
In the summers, I was coming out and playing a bit of soccer and coaching out here. I went out in Newport one night and met my wife and ended up staying in America. So that's how I got over here, right?
Okay.
You know, I'm very fortunate to meet my wife April, and from there I started taking on coaching gigs. You know, I was fortunate. You need a lot of luck. Very early on, I worked at Whittier College as an assistant coach. We were living in Whittier at the time. So that's my first college gig. From there, I went to Biola University. Again, it was around the corner. They needed an assistant, so that worked out well. I was working under Brian Kuderman, being a good mentor to me. And then as our family started growing, we ended up moving to Orange County in Irvine because obviously good schools, you know, it's as we tell our athletes all the time, it's a great place to live. So I obviously wanted to live in Orange County, live in Irvine. And then I started working at Irvine Valley College, junior college. So from there, you know, I saw the Westcliff job posted. I knew Joey because I'd coached him at Biola. So the soccer world's a small world. So I was texting and calling Joey about the job. I'm like, hey, man, let me know the inside scoop, you know, trying to get in. Yeah, just kept plugging away and was fortunate enough to get the job. Yeah, education background and stuff, went back to school, got my degree in the same time period, always working on improving myself in the game. Did my UEFA B in 2019 as well, working on a master's degree at the moment in specifically in soccer coaching and elite management of athletes. So yeah, I've a lot of hard work and a bit of luck gets you a long way. So yeah, it's my first head gig, so obviously jumped at it and very excited to start playing games. You know, that's the thing you want to do. You want to prove yourself. So you know, the best thing someone can give you is an opportunity. Yeah, so now it's time to show my worth.
Nice. Yeah. You took an interesting route to get here, but you're here. It's going to be, is it just going to be over the top, exciting and surreal when you actually are on the sideline for that first game?
When is that first game too, by the way?
Yeah. Good question.
August 18th is the first exhibition game. So I think, I mean, anyone who plays sport, you know, when the whistle goes, you're just in a different mindset. So probably not really thinking about what has happened, making sure what needs to happen, right? I mean, that's how we do it. So yeah, it's funny, I started because I hadn't coached for a while because of the pandemic. Over the summer, I've started helping a buddy of mine who runs men's teams and coaching their 11-a-side games just to stay sharp, you know, just otherwise you could go almost 2 years and you want to be on top of it so you can make those tactical adjustments and things. So that was really important to me.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Well, it's great for Westcliff that you've joined us. You've got a ton of experience. You're the right guy in the right place, and so we're all very excited to see what happens with your soccer team this year. Good luck to you, and thanks for coming on for our podcast today. Always a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks, guys, and can't wait for this season to get started. You guys have a great day.
You too. Enjoy your weekend. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right.
All
Bye.
right. And now we're welcoming in one of our favorites, Kenidi MacDonald, 3 sports star. You guys already know her. Great to have you back on, Kenidi.
Thanks for having me. Sorry about the lighting.
That's all right.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. Nice to have you back. And for just a refresher, Kenidi plays indoor volleyball, beach volleyball, and on our surf team, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. You spend a lot of time at the beach then? Yeah.
Well, since I've been home, not so much because I live in Fresno, so we don't really have a beach. But when I go back to Irvine, yeah, we're at the beach like 95% of the time.
What have you been doing with your summer so far?
I'm working 2 jobs in Fresno. One is at a country club, Belmont Country Club. So if you guys ever go there, let me know. Also, I'm coaching beach volleyball with Shore Break Volleyball Club in Clovis for 6 to 11-year-olds.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so I'm busy.
Obviously you enjoy coaching. Do you have an eye for that maybe after your whenever your career finishes up?
Actually, you asked me this last time I was on the phone call, and I think my answers can be totally different now, is that I would not mind doing that. I think that beforehand, I was kind of looking at coaching from like a player's point of view. Mm-hmm. But now that I can see it from like a coaching standpoint, especially with the younger girls, it's really rewarding to see them get super excited when they actually hit the ball over the net, because it's not very common because they're so little and they're like at the bottom of the tape. So it's pretty rewarding to see like them improve within one practice. Like one drill, I'll be like, hey, get your elbow higher. And sure enough, they'll hit the ball over and they'll get super excited. And then that makes me super excited because I feel like I did something. Like I'm actually helping them. So, I mean, I possibly, yeah, if that comes up, then I'll do it.
Do the younger kids interest you more, or the older, the teens, maybe early 20s? I mean, yeah, obviously the game progresses as the age goes along, and you get a different level of advancement, I guess you might say. You with the younger kids more than say the seniors in high school or college kids?
I don't really think I have a preference. I think because on Wednesday nights at Shore Break, we actually get to play with some of the older girls that are playing for Shore Break, the girls that just graduated high school, or we call it like college crew nights. So people that used to play for Shore Break or just college athletes in general or alumni, we all play together. So I don't think I would mind coaching them because I've played with them and they're really coachable. It's really fun to play with them. And since they've been starting from such a young age, they're extremely good. Like they would probably easily beat me right now, and I try not to let it happen, but they're like 13 and amazing. And that goes for even like those 6-year-olds. Like I wouldn't mind coaching them either, just because they're easily coachable, but they like it because they have fun doing it. Right. And they don't get the whole conditioning aspect of it either. So they're just there to play.
Okay. What sport for you comes up first here for Westcliff? Is it indoor? Is it beach? Is it surf?
It's indoor volleyball, and then surf would be in between beach and indoor, and then beach is in the spring.
Ah, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. My goodness. So you're just gonna roll right from one to the next to the next. You don't get much of a break.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm okay with that though.
It's all right. Yeah, it keeps you busy, and you get to keep working out, I guess you might say. Do you enjoy beach or indoor more, or are they the same?
I enjoy them both equally, but like in different ways. Like I like the idea of being outdoors and it just being my partner and I when we're playing, because we can strategize like right then and there. But the atmosphere from indoor is so much more intense. And not to say that beach isn't, but you have 5 other people on the court with you. There's like a whole stadium full of people there to encourage you and cheer you on. And it's the loudness is a lot higher because you can't really say too much in beach, like when you're off the court watching your teammate. So I like them both equally, but in different ways.
Okay. When does the indoor season start? When does practice begin? When is your first match?
We actually have to be back the week of the 18th of this month. Our practices start the week prior, so I think the 24th is our first day. And then our first match is August 14th against Hope International.
Oh, that'll be great. My goodness.
Yeah.
So, okay. The other aspect of this is surf. And I've always thought, how do you practice for that? I mean, how do you call a practice? Okay, we're going to meet down at the lifeguard station and bring your boards.
I have no idea. We actually didn't even get to practice last year. So, and another thing that was like Coach Rouse would ask like, hey, like if anyone's free, like I'll be here, like come down. We can just go ahead and catch some waves together. But I haven't been able to do that. And I haven't been able to surf since I was like 10. So this is like roughly extremely new to me.
Got it.
So
I was going to ask how much surfing you've had the chance to do this summer.
Yeah, no, not that much. We don't really have an ocean to practice. So
okay.
I have to go and travel somewhere. I might do that today, actually. I'm in San Luis Obispo. So
oh, excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. You've got a lot on your plate. It's going to be, the rest of the summer is going to be busy and you've got to get back into it long before school starts. Our first day of school isn't until August 30th, but a lot of listeners don't understand necessarily that when these sports are played in the fall, you have to show up in the middle of the summer. You got to get your gear together. You got to organize practices. Obviously, the coaches will do that, but your summer is much shorter than students who don't necessarily play sports at that time of the year or don't play sports at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, especially if you're taking summer school, then it really becomes impacted because are you taking summer school by any chance?
No, I'm not, thankfully.
Right. You're a good student, right?
Yeah.
Fabulous. That's great.
Yeah.
Now, who coaches indoor?
Kenny Ma and Chris Fu.
Right. And they coach outdoor as well.
Yeah, they're both the indoor and beach coach. We have a new assistant coach on the indoor team. His name is Chris as well. I don't remember his last name, but he's new to the program.
Okay. And Kyle Rouse is our surf coach.
Yes.
Who is also our women's basketball coach. We're multifaceted. We're very versatile.
Yeah.
The athletes are multi-sport athletes. The coaches are multi-sport coaches. So quite a big family, which is really kind of neat. Now, when you come back, are you going to be in the university housing and the apartments?
No, I did university housing last year, but this year, me and a couple of my teammates are going to do housing on our own. Mm-hmm. We're going to live in Villa Siena, so pretty excited about that.
Oh, very nice. Yeah. Right around the corner from the new university, I might add. And upscale. Yeah, some of the baseball team doing the same thing. After that first year, everybody gets to know each other. You become very good friends and hopefully lifelong friends. After your experience at Westcliff, and I would imagine, how much eligibility do you have left? Do you know, because of COVID?
Yeah. So I have 2 years of indoor left and I have 3 years of beach.
Okay. How far off are you from your degree? Do you know?
This spring, I'm steady. I'm graduating on time. Unless I want to work on my master's, then I could stay here a little longer. Or if I want, I'm also minoring in IT with my business degree. So depending on how long that takes me, hopefully not too long, I'll be able to graduate on time.
Oh, that's great. Congratulations. Are you thinking about a master's? Are you considering that?
A master's? Yeah, I think mainly because since I have extra years of eligibility, why not keep playing to get my master's and get it partially paid for? So
that's a smart. Yeah, you get a master's, you're set. You can go anywhere. All right. We have just a little bit of time left, and we're asking all of our guests that are coming on today. The 17th of September, Sean and I have a one-on-one. It's a big deal. We're going to stream it live. We're going to have music. It's going to be at the old campus indoor, I believe, in the warehouse. Who you got? You got the pro or you got the Joe?
Wait, I have a question. What are you guys even doing?
Oh, we're playing basketball. We're playing one-on-one. I thought, unfortunately, everybody knew, but evidently not. So
I remember seeing that. I remember seeing it being advertised, but I just couldn't remember what you guys were actually doing.
Who you got?
Well, it depends. If I say the wrong answer, am I not going to get asked to be on the podcast again?
There's no right or wrong answer. There's one that's more correct than the other.
What I can say, Kennedy, is number one, I'm a huge fan. Okay. Number two, you're an elite athlete. And if you inspire to be a coach, I think that GA program being a coach here will be something ideal for you, or play a little bit or whatever the case may be, because you can play in one sport or keep surfing and then go be a GA for volleyball. But with all that being said, that's for you anyway. But there are some privileges, there are some perks in picking me, okay? The joke. Okay?
And I'm writing it down. I'm keeping track of every answer that we're getting.
If you don't pick him, he probably tried to figure out a way to kind of silence you on this podcast, but I'll make sure. So I'm your number one fan. Just know that.
All right. I'll remember that when you show up to our games.
So
I'll remember that when you show up to our games.
I go to all of them. I'll be there.
I don't know. I think, no offense, Sean. I think I'm gonna have to go Team David.
Right there. All right.
You know, I was hoping that you wasn't on the losing team today, but it's okay. It's okay.
She's going with the pro.
So, you're still family anyway. So
she's going with the pro. All right, all right. Lunch is on me.
I mean, it wouldn't. The influence probably was that you didn't let nobody else talk during the interview anyway. So
hey, you have your chance to hop in. That's on you.
So,
yeah, did you hear that? Oh yeah.
So I try to be.
You're in that place.
I try to be courteous, but I understand we got a loaded gun here. Team Sherman it is. I'll bow down. But when I lift the trophy, I don't want to hear no crying about it, okay? When I lift the trophy. When
you go with your bad self, Kennedy, you go, girl.
The outworks the pro. Because that's what, hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. And I don't know how hard he's working, Kennedy. I'm just saying.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Kennedy, thanks so much for your time today. You're a delight as always, and maybe we'll have you back another time. That's been great today.
See what I'm saying? I said you'll be back. That's why I said that's how you roll.
You're welcome anytime to come back. You got it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a great weekend. Take care. We'll talk.
Thanks. You too.
Great job.
Bye, you guys.
Take care.
All right,
Brandon, we got a special one.
We have a special guest. A surprise guest is up next, and before we bring him on, we have to stump Sean here. So we're gonna try and stump Sean with this one.
Okay.
All right, Sean. So we've had 2 podcast guests who have been on twice. One of those guests is our surprise guest. Can you name our surprise guest?
See if you can figure out who it is.
Hondo.
All right.
Hondo.
Let's see who it is. You ready?
Is it Al Handy?
Hondo Handy is the guest. Let's see if Sean is right.
Coming on now. Hey!
Oh, DeShaun's a surprise guest. Okay. All right.
He's sporting the Westcliff University athletic shirt too.
He doesn't look like he even know if he's surprised or not. Look at him. Was he in on this or what? Was he in on this?
He's been in on it the whole time.
Oh, yeah. So I make sure we lock him out the house and don't feed him next time.
I want to say congrats on the 50th episode. It's fantastic to see a forward-thinking athletic program that highlights diversity and equity while giving their students a tremendous platform to be their authentic selves, students and staff to be their authentic selves. And that's a testament to the men that you are. And I'm just excited to have been on a few times and excited to support the program. It's grown so much in a short period of time, and I know it's changed a lot of lives along the way. So
I cannot wait to find out his answer to your question, Sean.
Yeah, we got to wait for that. But you don't know this, DeShaun. You don't know this, DeShaun. But we asked before you came on for Sean to pick who was coming on, right? We only had 2 guests on twice. It's you and Al Hondo Handy, correct?
Actually, I think we actually have another person who's been on twice. Isn't it Mara?
Oh, Mara, yes.
Mara.
Audio the first time, so yeah, absolutely. We've had 3 to be technical about it, but he did not pick you, DeShaun.
No. Let me tell. I forgot that he came on twice. Too. Right. So I was thinking in my head, it might be Dan or Hondo, but then I remember that he filled in for us one time too. So you're a lifelong a friend and family of the program anyway. But I'm
the only one with a 3-peat.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, technically so. You are a 3-peat, but no. I appreciate those warm words, that you, made earlier. And it's true, right? We want our athletes and staff and everyone to feel like they can be their authentic self in this tumultuous time where people are asking people not to be themselves, right? So I think it is a tremendous platform, but I would be remiss if I wouldn't say that, it's the great people, that make this thing happen, B and Sherm Dog and the SID staffs and this having a platform to make it happen. So I truly, I'm truly surprised, that it was you. So I'm happy to see you. And Sherm has been Sherm. He's been laying into me. He just got a W with one of our student athletes, picking him for this September 17th epic event that me and Sherm are playing one-on-one, right, in the warehouse. Sherm is the pro, I'm the Joe. Okay, we have a great trophy. B, if you can show them the trophy that we're playing for here. And right now, Sherm has been talking massive stuff on every social media.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. Battle the Ball championship.
Battle of the Ball.
Yeah. And he's been talking all this major stuff. Of course, he's in great shape. He's been laughing about how I've been out of shape and all those things. He's flexing his arm.
Magic versus Larry.
So he's looking good. But I haven't told him my secret sauce. I just told him September 17th, I will be ready. Okay? I will be ready. Okay. And if he think I'm coming in there out of shape and gasping for air, he got another thing coming. And whatever weight that I am in at that time frame, I'm gonna use it all over him.
Hey, we need to have a weigh-in like UFC.
We can.
Right. I was gonna ask. It sounds like a fight. Is there a rematch clause? Is there a rematch clause or what?
We can do it. Listen, this can be an annual event.
Oh, we need a belt and everything.
And we can pick the sport, whatever you want to do. Okay, whatever you want to do. But Sherm right now is a prime example of when talent doesn't work hard, they get outworked. Okay, so this Joe here, see all the pressure's on him. He's the guy who got drafted, MLB. He got this great pedigree, world championships, rings, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm just the little Joe here, just the engine that could. You know what I'm saying?
Still signs my checks, I might add.
I'm the engine that could. I don't really know too much about the game of basketball either, and I barely can hit a layup. So I can't wait, right, for us to get at it.
Hey, you know who I got my money on.
So the great loss too. So
who's that? Remember, hey, I'm keeping track. I got a list of every answer. So
hey, I'm not going against family. Sorry, Sherm. You done. You're done.
Blood's thicker than water. I know.
You're done.
All right. Hey, I need to let you know that this is true. Today, I sent out a letter of intent because I got a verbal commitment from a recruit in Arizona whose name is DeShaun Harrison.
Yeah.
Yeah, spelled the same way except with the O-N at the end. Everything else is the same. DeShaun Harrison.
He's a 5-star, right?
Oh yeah, third baseman.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah.
One way. Yeah, pretty fired up about that.
Future All-American.
Yep, absolutely. And of course, the athletic director said that I have to give him a full ride.
Hey, have to. Have to.
As long as he pays for housing, we might can work that out.
Hey, real quick, what are you working on, DeShaun? What's right in front of you now?
Right in front of me is y'all.
I mean, what do you got going on with your companies and what's new?
Oh man, so it's off season right now. So getting guys, our current clients re-signed or signed to their overseas teams, and then that's basically it. Along with activations that are free flowing and constant, and then just preparing for the next season after that.
Okay. The draft when's the draft? Is it in April? I think. Is that when they hold the draft?
It's at the end of July.
Oh, it's coming up. I see. Okay.
Yeah, our schedule was pushed back this year.
Right.
So the draft is in July, right after the NBA finals, which should be over soon. So the finals should be over soon. So
are you going to stay with the Suns? Are you going to go with the Suns?
My pick was Milwaukee. I wanted to see Giannis win this one, but
yeah, but the sentimental favorite's Chris Paul.
No, the sentimental favorite by far is Chris Paul, and I think
you're talking to the same dude who picked Baylor over Gonzaga, man. You got to understand this guy.
Maybe he knows something.
I don't know, but we almost didn't let him fly back home.
I can't believe
it. That's what he does, man. That's what he does.
Smart guy. Smart man. Wow. Where is the draft this year, and what city is it being held?
The draft is still going to be in New York.
Okay. Are you going to be there for it by any chance?
I will not.
Okay.
I will not. Yeah,
I
will not, but I'll be watching in.
Sure.
Who you got in the first four?
They're gonna have limited fans this year.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, limited fans, limited attendance, only executives, and then some supporting staff and representation. What would you say, Brendan?
I was just gonna ask you, what do you have the first four? Where do you have them going?
Okay, so I did Cade first, and then
Cunningham, Oklahoma State, right?
Yeah, Cade Cunningham, Oklahoma State first. Second, I went with Houston choosing Evan.
Okay.
Third, I went, who'd I go? Kuminga.
Ooh.
Just as a surprise. And then fourth, Jalen.
Which Jalen?
You got Suggs going fourth.
Green.
Oh,
okay. And then Suggs fifth. Or maybe further down.
Who was fifth? Who's shooting fifth again?
I think he's projected seventh right now.
Yeah. No. I had Jalen slipping out of the top. Jalen Suggs slipping out of the projected top four. Just because I don't think Houston will pass up on Evan. I hope they don't at least. I think he's a great fit there.
That's Mobley from USC, right?
Yes, right. Yes. And then I think with that being said, if Cleveland doesn't make a trade, I think they'll pick Kuminga. And then Jalen Suggs after that.
All right.
We got a guy joining us who might need an agent.
There he is. Ronnie, can you hear us?
He's still connected.
Audio, but let's intro him. We're bringing in Ronnie Frosty. He's a podcast vet. Y'all know him well. Please welcome in Ronnie.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on? I heard there's a party going on, man. What's happening?
Yeah. Hey, DeShaun, you're welcome to stay as long as you'd like. Chime in if you want to. I do want to say thank you very much for your time today. I don't know what your schedule's like if you have to go, but you're certainly welcome to stay as long as you want.
With that lame pick, get off.
Oh, man.
Hey, I still picked him in the one-on-one. So hey, that's all I gotta say. I picked him on the one-on-one, so he's good.
I appreciate it.
But thanks for having me on, and hopefully I can get on for a full third episode coming up. So
yeah. We'll get you back.
Have a great one. Yeah, have a great
weekend, buddy.
You as well.
All right.
Frosty, it's good to see you again, man. Welcome back.
Hey, man. Good to be seen. How y'all doing?
Doing great, buddy. What are you doing this summer? What's taking up your time?
Man, I'm back here in Seattle. Just enjoying time. It's summers in Seattle is a great time. Sun don't go down to about 10. We actually had a little heat wave. It was like 100 degrees out here. So, man, I'm just having a good time, enjoying home, enjoying the family, enjoying the city, working out, just make sure I come back, ready to, do what we got to do. Excellent. Are you busy with Think Differently, your clothesline? Oh yeah, man. We the summer line coming soon. Man, I'm just trying to, just continue to grow, continue to just walk with that. It's something I enjoy doing. So I mean, man, it's been great. It's been great. Nice.
Sherm, I just want to say, number one, good seeing you, Frost, as always.
Yes, sir.
Got his hair growing out a little bit. I like it.
I'm trying to do a little something. You know what I'm saying?
You're looking fit too. The body's looking good. So
hey, man.
I've never been to Seattle, but December 4th, man, I'm going to go because my son will be playing there and this battle in Seattle returns. So play there December 4th. So if God's willing, I'm going to be in your city. So I'm gonna need to know all the hot spots.
Okay.
because I'm ready to turn the city out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah. No, I'm gonna definitely give them to you. I'm gonna make sure I get you a nice list. I'm gonna make sure I get you a nice list.
I need a grub good. I need a drink good, and I need a boogie good too.
Oh yeah. Hey, look, listen.
Are
We
those
got a
the kind
little
of
bit
moves
of
that I can
everything.
expect during our one-on-one? What was that?
So,
That was embarrassing right there. I hope
here's the deal. You know, Sherm got this thing where, you know, he just got this haterade he drinks all the time.
Oh man.
Because me and him got a game on September 17th. And since you're a basketball guy, he is chomping at the bit to want to know who you're going to pick. Now, the way it's framed up is, you know, Sherm with his amazing resume, he, you know, being a draft pick, he's the pro and I'm the joke, right? So, but I told him I had to pull it out the mud, you know, to get mine. And right now, he's a guy who's just been on every social media, you know, platform, just telling everybody how he's going to embarrass me because the way that he saw throughout the first pick, he think I don't have any, you know, the first pitch of baseball, he think I don't have no athleticism. He don't think I got it. And then he's making fun because, you know, I tipped the scales a little heavier than him, right? So he's been on this really once. So we want to know today, right? Do you have the pro or do you have the joke? It's going to be September 17th. ESPN's already calling us. I'm pushing them down. You know, we might have to have your line in because I might need some fresh gear to play ball in. So if I can get a shirt, you know, one of those shirts when we have the victory match, right? Because he's underestimating me right now. He underestimated me. He's calling me out. He's taking shots, right? So now, before the podcast came on, you know, I was a little more humble about it. But now, since he's talking all this smack, it's no way in the world. Somebody's going to drag me off that court. There's no way in the world
it's going to happen too because you're going to pass out.
And then here's the deal. Look,
I'll be dragging you.
Okay, it's so bad. It's so bad, Frost, that now I'm willing to tell you I might have to do a little Patrick Beverly if it gets too close. I might have to push him in the back like he did Chris Paul. It might get dirty up in there. You know, if it starts getting into the championship points, you know what I mean? And the elbow might give me a break. We might got to do what we got to do because I'm willing to do whatever it needs to be taken.
You got to win at all costs. You got to win at all costs.
Who you got? Because he want to know. He ain't going to let you get off the call.
Okay. All right. Let's see, man.
He's conflicted because he knows the right answer, but he's afraid to say the right answer. That's okay. I'm writing it down, Frosty. I'm keeping a list of everything that everybody's saying.
I'm going to go with the Joe.
There you go.
I'm going to go with the Joe.
See, here, this is what he don't understand. See, he done tapped into my inner soul now.
Yeah. I feel like it's something brewing there. There's something brewing there.
By the way, I'm favored by 2 points.
Hey, he's favored by more than 2. He's favored by more than 2 points.
Set that up.
Yeah, he's favored by more than 2 points. He's favored by more than 2. That's just what we kept him. That's just the legal side. On the underground, I think they got him by 10. On
the dark web, huh?
On the dark web, I think they got him by 10. But here's the deal. I'm so excited now. In between these little sessions, he don't even know. I've been doing burpees right now. That's how excited I am now.
Getting ready.
This extra weight he want to keep talking about, I know how to use it. So when I pin him down and blow his little frame up out of here, he gonna want to charge. It ain't gonna be no charge. Come and give him that shoulder in his chest. You know how we do, Frost. Give him that shoulder in his chest. And he gonna he gonna hit that Westcliff. You know this little thing here. He gonna hit that little wall, and it's over. Okay, it's over. I'm gonna own the paint. Trust me. I'm gonna own the paint.
I will give.
It's a mind game, you know what I'm saying? So if you got a strategy, it's all good.
I will. You name your price, Sean. I want to see you do a burpee. You can do it.
Here's the deal.
You can name your price.
Here's the deal. I'm gonna do the burpee before the game. Okay.
Is it like to chug a beer and do a burpee, or is that
as my warm up? As my warm up. Okay. Then I'm gonna put it on them, right? And then I'm gonna take my trophy. Show my trophy right now. Yeah. The trophy. This trophy right here. This trophy right here is mine. Okay. This trophy right here is mine. All right. This is the trophy. You see that? Battle of the Balls. It's my trophy now. Hey, he done talked too much.
Battle of the Balls.
Okay.
Everybody going with the underdog. Only Kennedy knows what she's talking about. Unbelievable.
Hey, he's talked too much, and now it's time to shut him up, bro.
Yeah, it's time to get shut down.
He crossed the line. He don't understand. He gave me bulletin board material today on our 50th podcast. B, he's gave me so much. It's on and popping.
I can't wait. I'm telling you, I can't wait. That is like the highlight of my calendar coming back.
Yeah,
I can't wait for this.
Before it was just about business, right? It was just for the kids and it was for a great cause. But now it's personal. It's personal. It's personal.
All right. Make sure all your teammates are there.
Sherm got
Oh no, I'm bringing everybody. We're making it mandatory that the whole team be there.
Yes, sir.
We gotta be there. I gotta see it.
It's great to have you on again. I know you're getting graduation, right? You're almost.
Oh there. Yeah, I'm close. I'm coming. I'm around the corner.
Good. Congratulations.
I'm around the corner.
That's great, man. We're gonna keep an eye out, and can't wait to watch you play. Your coach is coming on now.
Coach is on.
Oh yeah, man. The good guy. The good guy. That's what we call him. The good guy.
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Head coach of men's basketball, Jerred Cook.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Jason,
all right, we're catching Frost. Thank you so much.
All right, cool. Appreciate y'all. See y'all soon.
Have a good weekend, buddy.
All right, you too, man.
Jerred Cook, head basketball coach, men's basketball. Great to see you, man. Thanks for coming back. How's it been? What are you doing this summer? I know you're recruiting like crazy.
Oh man, recruiting like crazy, filtering through emails. Always on the circuit. Probably be in Corona later on today and momentous for another tournament, but just always in the gym, really, just really trying to help build that culture here, an environment that will yield to winning. Just trying to put in the skeletal things that we need, just giving guys the access to being able to be the best versions of themselves. Everything that we talked about through recruiting, to be able to really maximize both athletically and academically, of course, once we get back into school.
My goodness. And so I bet you've logged a lot of hours in the car.
Yes, sir. A lot of them.
Driving all over the place. Are you finished recruiting for this upcoming season, or are you still have a couple of spots to fill?
Yeah, well, I'm filtering through. The power of social media has been crazy lately. I sent out a tweet, and I guess it kind of went viral a little bit. I guess, but I'm getting hit up from Florida now. So I have 3 recruits that I've been talking to heavily from Florida within the last 3 days. 2 of them 6'5". So really just trying to get basketball players. You know what I mean? And guys that want opportunities and that want to be a part of something that that's building. Now, obviously, we don't have a lot of the the fanfare or the big school environment on campus, but our job is to continue to try to provide that for them on the court, athletically in every aspect. So within our staff and everything else, that's been my selling point. But it's the truth. We're always in the gym.
Sure. When do practices start? When's your first game?
First game is November 3rd. Right now, I mean, I'm trying to get maybe a scrimmage before then and maybe Halloween weekend. But we will be opening up practice the same week we're starting school.
Okay, good. Who are you opening with? Who's your first game?
We're actually traveling down to Westmont for the first game.
Oh, okay. You're going to Santa Barbara. Okay.
Yeah, Westmont pretty good. But Jerry, I just want to say, number one, you're a tremendous asset to the program. I got nothing but profound respect and admiration for you. Dynamic, young head coach with a lot going for you, tremendous upside, going to do some amazing things, not only just here with Westcliff, but just in your career. I see it. I got it forecast, and I love everything that you're doing. Great collaboration with your team of coaches as you're trying to make some headway in this sports of basketball, which is never easy. It's always work, right? It's that's what it is, right? It's always the grind. But with that being said, you're doing a great job of having some tremendous balance I know that academically you're always striving to be better. And some of that has to do with just getting guys to understand the big picture, right? And I know one of your mentors, Rico Hines, always talk about that, understanding your big picture. And I know that you're going to do that. But since you've been here in our basketball, program has went from average to amazing. No doubt about it. I know what it looks like as far as being on paper, but some of the things that I've seen as far as the transformation and the development is really came with some of the players that we have, being able to get the talent better. And that's because you're one of the best player development coaches, in the country. And the whole world will know that very shortly. And it's great to be able to see your rise to stardom right here firsthand. So I can't wait to see that. I'm a big supporter, huge fan. Me and Sherm have this one-on-one battle coming. So Sherm's been, he done got my competitive juices going up, right? So September 17th is me and Sherm's big day. He's the pro.
Write that on the calendar.
Yeah, he's the pro, and I'm the Joe. And we were going to do this cause, for a great cause for charity and do a one-on-one. But let me tell you about Sherm, dog, real quick. He's been so disrespectful today, okay? Then now I'm going to take this thing personal, okay? Now, I know you got some ref skills because I know you've been there and you know this game. So I personally want you to be our ref on September 17th, okay? And me and Sherm are going to be battling. I think we're doing 3 games, Sherm. The best out of 3?
You make up the rules, sir. Whatever you want to do is fine.
Whatever it is, I'm winning. That's all we need to know now. Okay? So before, I was just going to cruise in there, right? But now, I got to dig in my bag.
Got to get in the bag. Okay.
I got to get in the bag now. Okay? I got to get in the bag now because he's been talking too much stuff, okay, about my athleticism, about my weight and everything else. So I'm just going to let you know right now, Coach, I'm going to control the paint. The paint is mine. I'm going to dominate him. I'm going to put my shoulder through his chest. I'm going to blow him up. He's going to be asking for some crazy calls. Don't give it to him. Don't let him cry. Okay, and then we're going to see this ridiculous broke jumper, right? His broke jumper that he don't have. He don't have one. We're just going to call it umper. He don't got no jumper. Let's call it an umper. Okay? So he's thinking, right? He's thinking that he's going to be able to just blow by me for a layup. I guarantee you I'm going to get 1 block for sure. I don't know if I'm going to pin it on the backboard, do a chase down like LeBron or whatever. I'll do that. I might do that. That may happen. But I know I'm going to get a block, okay? I know I'm going to catch a couple ankles, okay? Because I know he don't have no handle. And you know what? Depending on what we're going to now, since he done got me all competitive and now he got me talking, if we go into 12, whatever we going to, 15, he ain't going to get half of it because I'm going to lock him down. I'm going to lock him down.
Okay.
I'm going to roll up in him. Because he done called me out for the last time, Coach. So we want to know. I'm telling you, I'm feeling it right now. I'm on this juice right now. I'm feeling it.
John channeling is Conor McGregor, isn't he?
No, I'm feeling it right now.
Oh,
I'm feeling it right now.
Locked
Okay.
in.
So I want to know, do you got the pro or do you got the Joe? September 17th.
I'm keeping track of who's saying what. Hey, we have to share an office. Don't forget that, bro.
I do understand everything, and Sean brought up some very great points. And, Sean, we've talked basketball and different things. Based on what I'm hearing right now, it's going to be a little bit of a playoff atmosphere. I'm hearing it already. The physicality will be there. It's game 7. It's all else. And, when it's one-on-one, the rules kind of go out the door. I gotta lean slightly to my man DeShaun Harris. All love, Dave. All love, but I gotta go to Sean with this the pure dog. I hear the dog. Now, Sherm, you might have a tranquilizer to put the dog down slowly. I don't know, but we
going in the warehouse and we only accepting NBA threes. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. We only accept the NBA threes since he's the pro. We can't do no weak stuff, right?
Right.
Okay,
True,
so we go with NBA threes and show them what we're playing for, B. Show them the trophy right now. That's coming home with me. That's coming home with me. I done seen what I had to see now. You see that? That's coming home with me now. Okay, not on the balls. That's coming home with me. Okay, that's coming home with me now. You don't talk too much, Sherm. You don't talk too much. All the pressure's on you, pro. All the pressure's on you.
Quiet, Sean. I don't know if you noticed.
That was nice.
Sure.
What's that be? You're kind of cutting out a little bit.
I'm sorry. You're just getting a little quiet over there. We're not.
Oh, he real quiet because he done woke up the line. See, before I was just gonna go in there, roll in there, and do it for charity. I was cool, but I'm gonna actually sit in a stance now. I'm gonna actually get down in a stance and lock some people up. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
I hear it.
So if you don't got no handles, cookies. I'm coming for everything now, Sherm.
Okay.
I'm coming for everything
I
now.
just want to see what happens at the end when
I'm coming for
when
everything.
you don't win, what you're going to say and what excuses you're going to come up with.
It's not gonna happen.
It's going to happen.
All I do is take championships. All we do is recruit first round draft picks.
That's
it's
me.
not gonna happen. You talk the last talk. Okay, it is on now. Now it's time to lock you up. I done heard enough. He done showed everybody my baseball pitch. He's done put all this stuff. You saw it.
Wait a minute. I got to correct something. That baseball pitch. Who videotaped it and put it on continuous loop in our lobby? Right? There's about a minute and a half baseball. That's right. You got Brandon. You got Sean doing this in the dugout, and then you throw a lollipop that bounces to the catcher, and you're only 40 feet away.
Hey, listen. You know, there's some other famous people that had some problems with the first pitch. You know, Curtis Jackson.
Yeah, Curtis Jackson.
It's a lot of folks on that list. but what I'm saying is, Sherman, I'm telling you right now. I'm just telling you, September 17th, we ain't friends. Okay, I'm on some Patrick Beverly shit. That's what I'm on.
Okay.
You heard me.
Okay.
Patrick Beverly. You might get pushed in the back, Chris Paul. You might get pushed in the back. If it starts, it's going to be chippy from the jump.
All right,
okay?
now
It's going to be chippy from the jump.
One of the officials is here, right? So you heard that already. He's throwing it down. I expect you to call it the way you see it. Okay.
I will definitely set the standard early. We will definitely clean it up. We will have to.
Hey, coach. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with a little wood. That's part of the game.
All right.
Is that just the first foul? We'll go flagrant foul.
Hey, listen here. We can do all that. But all I'm saying is I'm coming for your soul. I'm snatching hearts and catching bodies.
Okay,
let me tell you, my version of a dunk, I might have to slap the backboard on it.
It just got real.
It's real. It's real. If it ain't blood, ain't no foul. Coach, if it ain't blood, it's no foul.
No harm, no foul.
No, hey, if it ain't blood, ain't no foul.
All right.
Because I play through contact.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying, Coach. He don't walk up the line.
More football than it's going to be basketball. I think you better don't swallow the swallow the whistle. Just let it go. Okay.
You was right. He got a little quiet now because he done brought this dog out now. See, some people talk a lot when it's right here, but when they get between those lines, we're gonna see what you about. Right. That's what we're gonna see. We're gonna see if you really got that heart or not.
Hey, JC, I remember who you took because I got it all written down here. So we stay in office, man.
He might not come to work the next day. That's all I'm saying. He might not come to work the next day.
Well, that's because it's a Friday, so I might not be coming. Nobody's coming to work the next day.
No, we're gonna have a great event, Coach. But no, seriously though, hey, it's for a great cause. It's for donating to the less fortunate. It's a great thing we're gonna do. Definitely want you to be a part of it since it's basketball.
Yeah, get your team there too. Get
it's
men's and ladies team.
It's gonna be some fun, but we're gonna get a little competitive. We're gonna go for it, and I'm gonna be there an hour prior just so I can stretch out. I might even have to bio-freeze out, but whatever it takes, whatever it takes.
Emily and her staff will be there.
Yeah, absolutely. but I want to transition back to you, Coach, because this basketball season, I know I just opened up the travel restrictions for COVID. I know a lot of these schedules normally happen ahead of time, so you might be at a disadvantage, but pick up those D1s as you can. You represent us well. I couldn't think of a better coach to have on staff, and I know your players are going to be super happy to get your tutelage all year long, and I think you embody what it is to be 5 Cs. So thank you for all your hard work and commitment to the program.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. We can't wait to get out there and make you guys all proud.
Jerred, just a quick question too. Tell our listeners who's helping you. Who else is on your staff?
Yeah, I have a great staff. Andre Wallace, my associate head coach, has a player development background and has built up his own program, producing college athletes for years now. Kenny Franklin, my other assistant coach, who is co-founder of Dream Vision. Look up the name, look up any YouTube video. You can see all the guys that's come through that level. Just being surrounded by and how to deal with high-level athletes just in general. And then we also have my assistant coach, Coach Sang, and he's been here probably the longest and has a great background and a great pulse on our kids and our community. And also been able to be in there for me, especially just helping me see the transition all the way through and, helping me see what we needed and giving us input all the way around. And then I've been fortunate enough to be able to bring on 5 GAs this upcoming year. I'm really excited to be able to have that, just again, to continue to create that environment and help build and groom young coaches.
Do you have a coaching mentor or somebody that you style your coaching after, or are you totally soloing it?
Well, no, I would be remiss to say solo. No, there's no way. If I like it, I kind of take it and I add it to my bag. But I've been fortunate enough to be around, some great men. Starting off with obviously my father being my first coach, and then my head coach in my high school program, DeShaun Harris, rest in peace. He actually graduated from Gonzaga University, played behind John Stockton. So I used to hear all those stories, but also built a great program at Sarah High School where we won CIF my senior year. And I played with a bunch of guys that went to high schools, to colleges. Next, moving on will be Rico Hines, who I've been fortunate enough to be able to be with since I graduated college. He took me under his wing and really just gave me the game all the way around and the access really to be able to learn firsthand, to be able to build relationships, to know what it's all like. So I keep all those things alongside. And, most recently this past summer, this off season has been great. I've been fortunate to work with John Lucas and Earl Watson during some pre-draft work. And again, taking different things to be able to add and just continue to grow all the way around. So no, I'm not in this solo. I'm definitely, taking bits and pieces, but I can't wait to figure out how I'm gonna be on the sidelines,
Right.
My own sideline walks or, how I'll be. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go ties, sometimes a sweatsuit. I don't know if I'm being a polo. I'm still trying to figure it out, but, really just the essence of it all, just grabbing bits and pieces. And I know it's going to happen organically.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch you coach. I want to see how fiery you are, how many technicals you get, how much yelling you're going to be doing.
Right.
I can't, do you carry a clipboard and you write up plays on the clipboard at halftime, or are you just?
Yeah, so, we're in a new age now, Dave. So I've been fortunate to get an iPad for my birthday, and I've been on there now. So use fast draw and different components now where we're able to really get these things to our athletes. So yes, we got the standard board, but also I'm getting these plays to them beforehand and video as well to put behind it. So now they can visualize themselves and this type of shots they'll be getting. So yes, definitely.
As I say, I'm fired up. You may have told us this before. I don't recall. What's our first home game?
First home game. I have to confirm it again, but I want to say it will be a doubleheader with the women.
Okay.
And I want to say it is in it's in November, late November.
Okay, late November. Because you said I think November 3rd is your first scrimmage, right?
Yes, that's the first game.
Right. Okay. I can't wait to be at to come cheer you on at our home facility. As a matter of fact, which home facility are we using? Is it the Adidas one, or is it Momentous? Where are we going to be? Do you know?
Yeah, we're going to be playing our home games at the Jordan Lawley facility,
Okay.
formerly the A6 gym. It's going to be phenomenal to be able to host games, and I'm excited. I know the amount of work they've been putting in there, and just the environment itself. To be able to walk in, you feel it. So I can't wait for our guys to be able to experience that and be one of the few teams to host a full season there.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be exciting. Finally we're getting back at it. I think everyone's fired up. Everyone's engine's revved up, and they can't wait to get on the floor and show out. Man, I want to come to a practice because it's going to be your practices are going to be pretty competitive. You brought in some great players. Mostly all new, I don't want to say the whole program is turned over, but you've done a great job of recruiting. You still have a good basis of guys that are returning, and all these new guys coming in, I think are just going to make us really competitive. I know you and I talk about this all the time. So from what you've told me and what I've seen, it's an exciting time for basketball for our university. Hey, thanks for coming on today. I appreciate it. You're
Dave,
back.
Last question for Coach Cook.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
go ahead.
curious what kind of team we're going to see on the floor, Coach. What kind of coach are you? Or up tempo, defensive minded? What kind of squad are we going to see when you guys get back out there?
We're definitely going to try to spread the floor as much as possible. I want to be able to prepare our guys for the next level. So we're going to be running a lot of pro-like sets and different things, but also on the defensive end, we're gonna be locked in. And that doesn't always mean, ball pressure on everyone, but, we're going to be smart defensively, but playing the players based on, their type. So I would challenge our guys. We're going to be really heavy emphasis on the scouting reports, short closeouts on these guys, long closeouts on these guys, and making adjustments throughout the game. I don't think defensively you can be locked in. Obviously, we want to take away certain things and make them score certain ways, but depending on who we're playing against, you have to make adjustments. Similar to what, the Bucks and the Suns are doing right now. I'm trying to figure out how they're going to, neutralize that pick and roll, the coverage, right? They're trying to figure out the coverage. They're going to double it. They're going to drop coverage. They're going to ice it. It's a bunch of different things. And I think reality is, during the college game, you have to be flexible to be able to have a team that's smart enough to be able to just change defenses and adjust on the fly to whatever team we're playing against.
Are you more man defense or zone?
Man.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
And you know what, Coach? I mean, you make great points, and I know all of those things going to happen. I was just thinking right now, December 16th is going to be real emotional for you because you're going to play against your alma mater, right, that you graduated from, and it's a home game. So can you just share a little bit of what that feeling is going to be full circle, to graduate from there, play there, and now coach against your alma mater?
Man, crazy. Definitely full circle. I mean, I actually got a couple games on the schedule, and I'll kind of give you a little insight on those as well. One of the other games that'll be good to me is Cal Poly Pomona, and I'll talk to you why. But Bellevue, yeah, come full circle. Being able to go against my alma mater, just all the hard work, everything that I know that I've been through, the time I've spent out there, the times of grinding at the NAIA level and, competing at the Final Four and, bringing all those memories and everything and that experience to where I am now, to try to build the same winning culture. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. They're always in the top 25. They're always ranked. And it's going to be a great test, not only for our team, but myself as a coach as well. I'll be going against a great coach who has brought them and took them to the national tournament the last 2 years. So definitely it's circled on my list. You brought it up. And the next game that I also have circled, just full circle, will be Cal Poly Pomona. Through the junior college realm and everything, I actually looked up in my email, and I have to send this over to you so you can fact check me. Sent Cal Poly Pomona email back when I was in junior college trying to be recruited, and the coach responded back, and I was actually being recruited by them, and he told me, you could play at this level, but we just don't have any space. Long story short, full circle coming back, we'll actually be playing against them this upcoming year as well. So I'm excited, being able to create that environment for our guys, right, at the NAI level, but playing against D1, D2 to just create that.
Good. So I'm so excited for you. Thank you for sharing your time and your story, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Always good to have you here, Coach. You have a great weekend, and we'll talk again soon, okay?
All right. You guys have a good one. Thank you for having me. Thanks, Brandon. Have a good one.
Take care.
All right, guys. We've been waiting for this next guest for a long time to come on. Katie, she is invaluable to our department. She does so much behind the scenes, and we are so happy to have her on. Finally, Katie Rouse, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thank you so much.
Katie, this is your first time on our podcast, correct?
Correct.
Oh my gosh, this is exciting. Hey, you have, well, here's the thing, and it's been difficult for me to keep up. You have a few different titles, correct? Okay.
I do.
Right. Tell our listeners all of your titles, because I know you have at least two, and I think there might be a third I'm missing.
So just two. I am one of our associate athletic directors, and my newest title, it's more of a designation, is I am the senior woman administrator.
Okay. Oh, and let's not forget wife and mother. So there's two other jobs that you have in there.
My most important jobs.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Down there, right?
Why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about how you got to this point, how you came to Westcliff? Where were you before? And you moved up very quickly, because you didn't start as our athletic director. You started in a different position, and your ascension was rocket speed. Tell our listeners a little bit about how it is that you've come to Westcliff.
Sure. So I have a background in a couple different areas that I think really helped me get this position initially. I have my master's in psychology. My background is in psychology. I also was a swim coach at the JV level at Jerred Mesa High School for 6 years. And then I was a photographer. I did a whole bunch of different types of photography: wedding photography, lifestyle photography, and sport photography. So those three things combined really set me up for success in the SID position that I was first hired on here at Westcliff. And I was recruited by DeShaun Harris for that position. So that was pretty awesome that he trusted me and brought me on in that position, because I was the first person to ever hold that position in our athletics department. Before me, that position didn't exist. So that was really quite an honor to be the first person in that role, because it's a vital role. It's a tough spot. There's a lot of things that have to be coordinated at once, and hats off to all the SIDs across the nation, because they do a lot of amazing work. So I was brought on as the SID, and then I transitioned to an assistant AD of events and communications, and oversaw the sports information department, oversaw some facility things and contracts and stuff like that, and our events, of course, outside of games. And then most recently, this past New Year, I was promoted to associate AD.
My goodness. And the other one, what is the other title that you hold?
Senior Woman Administrator. That is a position that the NCAA has designated for all of their campuses. But most recently, the NAIA has passed legislation to they're calling it a Senior Woman Leader, SWL, rather than SWA. Same thing though. It's the highest ranking female in each athletics department. And it's really brought on to promote meaningful representation of women in the management of college sports.
Mm-hmm. And we're starting to see more strides, I guess you might say, in women of upper management positions. As I've done a little bit of research and I've looked at some of the other teams, I've discovered that there are a few female athletic directors, not just associates, but they've ascended to the highest position. While I have you here, is that your focus?
I'm not going to say it's not, because that would be an awesome honor. Like you said, there are some amazing women athletic directors, but there are still too few of them. It's not necessarily my end all be all, but if that opportunity presents itself, I would definitely consider it, good and hard.
Of course.
And Sherm is trying to kick some dust up here. That's what Sherm does. He kicks dust up. But I will say this. I just want to, before Sherm just take all this time with you, because he's known to hog up space. This is what he does. But Katie, I will say this. It's not a day that doesn't go by that I'm not trying to train and develop you for that position or higher. You're an amazing talent. I was able to spot that out very, very early. And although it seemed very fast from the outside, it was very strategic and forward thinking from the inside. You haven't skipped any steps. You have worked hard for everything that you have, and you deserve it. It's not easy working alongside of me. I know that for sure. You definitely have to value today to visualize tomorrow with me, because I'm always looking ahead, push. And you've been the backbone for me for everything that we have here. So my trust doesn't even quantify, the word trust doesn't even quantify how much I believe in your ability and what you bring to the table. And I'm so thankful and grateful to have you. And I see nothing but bigger and better things as we continue to move on, especially not just in SID or associate, athletic director pieces and all those things. You and I both know this, and Sherm, you get it, and so does B. Like, when you're focused on other things and just helping people, great things happen to you in the process, right? So it's never about like, oh, are we just trying to get to one level? No, you're just trying to be the best version of yourself. And with that being said, great things, tend to happen. But we have a ton of moving parts here. And it's hard for us sometimes to be able to explain to the detail for others who are not in this business, who doesn't understand what it takes for athletics, and especially for a male-dominant industry in athletics, and especially some of the things that have to happen to be as a woman, and then even as a woman of color, right? So like in diversity changes that we're starting to see now. And I'm happy that I get a chance to, one of the people that I look up to, and I don't even know this person, but I kind of mirror what they do, is the woman commissioner for the WCC, who's breaking all kinds of barriers there. And she has some Pac-12 history, and she came to the WCC, and they're doing some amazing things, and I like what they're doing. So I kind of pick from everyone's brain as well on what we do, and collaboration is one of the biggest things that we do in Westcliff Athletics, along with the 5 C's. But I just want you to be able to explain to the next Katie Rouse, and the next inspiring young woman who wants to get into athletics. What advice would you give to them?
Well, first, thanks for the kind words, and the feeling's mutual. I really enjoy working with you. I enjoy working with everybody here. The department, the culture that you cultivated really is like a family feel, and so it's nice to, because we do so much collaboration, to know that trust is just built into this family. I really do enjoy it, and me being in this position, like you said, there was a lot of thought from you, and I could see that, because this wasn't just dumped on me because I was the next person in line. You have shown me a lot of trust, and I really appreciate that, because people like me don't get here without people like you trusting and supporting and helping me along the way. So one of the things that I would tell anybody looking to just not necessarily advance themselves, but just keep where they are and want to do better every single day. Find people in your corner that are going to back you. Find people that can be a mentor to you and help you with those questions, because I have questions every single day. You and Michael Hardaway, our other associate AD, definitely take a lot of those from me, because I'm new to this position, and there's a lot of things that I don't know. But you two have been super transparent and helpful, just with, little tiny questions all the way up to big, gigantic things. So finding people in your corner that are going to support you, knowing who those people are, finding a mentor, somebody that you can really like shadow and understand how the dynamics of their position and their networking, how that helped them, things they did that worked, things they did that didn't work. And then really just staying true to yourself. I think there's always going to be times that we have to compromise and do stuff that's not fun, but that's in any job, that's in anything. So knowing who you are, knowing when you need to speak up about something, and then knowing when it's time to work and just do things and get it done for the greater good. And it's always going to come back to you. I'm just a firm believer in treating people the right way and doing the right thing, no matter who's looking, just making sure that who you are is who you're good with, because at the end of the day, you got to go to, put your head on your bed and be comfortable with what you've done that day and what you've produced. And, that's what I strive for, just making sure that I know I'm doing the best I can. I'm surrounding myself with the best people. I'm asking the right questions and trying to be the best example to the two little babes I have here in my house, so that they can see that, it's okay not to have all the answers. But you need to know where to go look for those answers and who to talk to and how to approach those things properly. So just, trying to be 1% better each day.
No, definitely. And I appreciate you dealing with me being stuck on stupid for majority of the day.
No, that's not true. But
at least 99% of the day that I'm stuck on stupid. But I do think that one thing that I'm not most proud of, but I think we do a great job collectively as a group to operate, proactively instead of reactively, in order to stay progressive. And we refuse to compromise our standards. We may have to bend. We understand that in sports. I don't think you can ever do athletics or sports without bending, because it's so ever evolving and changing from the day to day. Especially, it's really funny because, like, you've been a coach, I've been a coach, and sometimes our coaches forget that we've actually coached. So they think it changes, like your competitive juices changes because now you're pushing paper a little bit. We kind of do, right? But we're paving ways for them. But you never not want to win. We want to win. We're just understanding that we're the gatekeeper of keeping this game afloat. And if we don't do things the right way, we won't be playing. So our job is to make sure to keep the game going. But I think we try to share our stories with our coaches, from an administrative standpoint. But nothing happens in athletics without game time management in the SID group. And I made that a cornerstone of Westcliff. And recently, I know your team has some amazing accolades. One of the gentlemen on this podcast, B, had received that, Neil as well. And one thing I love about it is, and I want you to hear how you feel about your team, but I always take, it's a book called The Mentor. It's about Tony Dungy. And I always tell people, like, you have to be secure in your leadership to let other people grow and to be able to collaborate. Because if you're not secure in your leadership, people can't grow to their full potential. So you can't have any insecurities of who you are when you're leading great people, because they won't be able to blossom. And I believe firmly wherever God plants you, just bloom, and someone will pick that flower for you at some point, but seeing how I had to make a tough decision on canceling the season. It wasn't the most popular decision for everyone, but seeing your team to be able to still create impressive content that we were recognized without a season.
Right.
For me, my soul just went on fire seeing that, right? I was just so thankful, because it just let me know if we can do that without a season, what's the stories we can tell with the season. So how did it make you feel, and what was your thoughts about getting that national recognition?
Oh yeah, I was so extremely proud. Like, just like you said, heart bursting with joy and pride, like just so happy because this team works extremely hard. Not having a season of games competition, a lot of people on the outside might think, what are you doing then? If you don't have games, well, what are you doing? This sports information team worked so hard every single day to create brand new, super creative content that could be relevant to athletes who were at home and not on the field, relevant to coaches who were in the office rather than on the field or the court or the pool. And they just were really diligent about not being lazy, not letting a day go by, taking advantage of everything we have, knowing this season will pass. We're going to get back to games, and just trying to do the best thing to promote, highlight, and show what awesome warriors we have. So this was, while I was so proud and so excited, I also wasn't surprised because the caliber of work that they produce is just phenomenal. Brandon, you are a tremendous video coordinator. You do such creative and amazing things. I know our coaches and athletes are so happy when your content comes out, but you were recognized for your writing, which is another skill that a lot of people don't know you possess. You write very, very well. You have a really skilled background in reporting, and you know the ins and outs that a lot of people don't know. And you are helping to teach some of our younger and newer members of this team those processes also, the important things to include, how to be a trustworthy reporter, how to make sure that your athletes and your coaches know that you support them when you're writing a piece about them. So like I said, I was so excited, but not surprised at all because this group is just really excellent in everything they do. And Neil's work, he's newer to the group. He's our esports coach, but also our digital coordinator. And he produced our behind the scenes footage for our soccer media day that was recognized. And he has a film background that a lot of people don't know about. So it's just so awesome to see that these individuals' talent and passion was recognized, and in a way that a lot of people didn't know they had. So it was really unique because, if this was a typical year, we may not have made some shifts and put people in different positions to see, hey, let's have Neil do some behind the scenes stuff. Let's have Brandon do all the writing. But this year of transition and adaptability kind of allowed those pieces to shine. And I'm so happy because they really deserve all the recognition in the world.
I'm so excited about where this team is heading, especially under your leadership and direction. I'm just so great to see how everybody just loves to help the next person. Yeah. Genuinely. It's nothing forced. We're always going to have situations of misunderstandings, but it's the way you recover from them. Right. And we've been able to do a great job collectively of having the right amount of empathy and the right amount of support and push, right, to get us to the next level, because I think you need a combination of all those things. And Sherm, I know you want to jump in here. You got a couple more questions before we ask Katie the big question of the day. And this has been a huge question. It's really, really, Katie, this question that I have for you after Sherm talks to you a little bit, it's so huge. I mean, this is like gigantic. It's the hugest thing ever. It's the cliffhanger. I can't wait to see some of the voice ad-libs coming out of this podcast for our 50th, because Sherm Dog has been disrespectful. Okay, disrespectful. He's been totally disrespectful all day. But that's another story. Sherm, you got some more questions to ask Katie?
Actually, Brandon has a question for Katie.
I just had a quick question, Katie. You talked about the year we just went through. Kind of set the table for us about what is coming up. What's coming up in the fall? When are we getting started up again? And what are we looking forward to?
We have so much to look forward to. We have, in fall, we have men's and women's soccer starting. We have women's volleyball. We have men's water polo, cross country, men's beach. Cheer starts in the fall, but their competition will start a little bit later. Esports will be heading up in the fall with some new awesome leagues that they're a part of. So we have tons of just fantastic competition. We have so many new athletes that just are really representative of 5C's culture and tough competition. I'm just so excited to see all these teams compete.
Katie, we're also talking about adding 2 more sports, jousting and sumo wrestling. So
yes, bring it on. That is fantastic.
More games in the schedule. Hey, I did want to ask you a question, and I know this is going to sound odd, but in a roundabout sort of way, it makes sense to me. When the pandemic came up, and obviously all our classes went online, we started working from home. Was it a little bit easier balancing your time as a mom and a wife and the work, because you didn't have to come to the university and make that drive, because I know you live a distance away, and you were able to be home with your family, and Kyle too. And for those listeners that don't know, our women's basketball coach and surf coach is Katie's husband, Kyle Rouse. And so you were able to keep the family unit together and work from home, which that's easier, right? I mean, in a roundabout sort of way, nothing good at all about this pandemic, but for your family and others similar, it was a little bit more of a blessing that you were able to be at home as much as you were.
So easier, no. And let me explain. Taylor, my eldest daughter, started kindergarten last year, virtually as well. Mm-hmm. So not only were we transitioning to work remotely, but also my daughter was starting school for the first time remotely. So not easier, because we were all doing the same thing at the same time. We're all trying to log on to Zoom. We're all trying to get our stuff coordinated. Kyle and I being on the same department meetings and university meetings, while not having a babysitter or someone to watch the girls was tricky. Although everybody for the last 18 months or however long it's been has been very understanding and very kind about seeing my daughters hop into the Zoom frame every once in a while, or, be part of our meetings, because everybody knows that this is a very odd time in life. So easier, no, because the mom hat is always on. And there were times that I was like messaging Liddy, please help me take over this meeting. I got to change Michaela's diaper. Stuff happens. Whereas if I was in the office leading that meeting, I wouldn't be stopping to change diapers. Okay. But it was, and it has been wonderful. I love that all 4 of us are under the same roof. Even though it is difficult, it's been awesome. We will never again get this time. We've got to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the 4 of us, every single day. It's wonderful. Like, it's just been such a unique change of pace. So even though it has not been easier, like you said, it's been an awesome blessing.
Maybe convenient would have been a different word instead of easier. Is there going to be an adjustment? Are you looking forward to having to come to the campus frequently to work, to get out of the house, or are you just kind of in that pattern where you're used to doing it now?
Yeah, I will be. Yes, it will be nice to get a little bit of change of pace. It'll be great to be out at games. That's the backbone of what we do. That's why we're in this industry. That's just so much fun. So yes, it will definitely be an adjustment, as with anything in life, but I think it'll be a positive one. I don't think that there'll be negative changes. My daughter will be going into 1st grade now. They're going back to school full time. So it'll be normal for her to be out and about, and it'll be normal for me. I think it's, there's always an adjustment, but like Sean mentioned and alluded to earlier, that's athletics, and that's what we do best. If there's a bad call and you got to shift, nope, just got to go the other way and figure it out. So an adjustment, but I am looking forward to it.
I'm sure after all this time, it was an adjustment when we had to go back home, because it was nothing we were used to. And if you remember, I know you remember, we had 2 meetings a day. I remember. The coaches did. I don't know what the administration did after that. We had a meeting at 9 and a meeting at 3 every day.
What? I probably coached everybody up. With meetings, the first 2 months of the pandemic was me setting the tone for how we need to carry it on. And at that time, we didn't know if it was going to be, to be honest with you, when it happened in March, I was thinking May we'll be fine. May by June, this will be over, because we didn't have a lot of information about the pandemic, what was going on. And then I was like, but what if we're not, right? And then I said, so we need to utilize this time for training and development. So I was like, hey, we got 3 days, because everybody was like at a low, and it was like, can we make this number? Can we really do it? And I was like, no, we're going to do it. And then I come up with these weird and crazy ideas all the time, very lofty goals. And I'm so thankful to have people who understands that and believe in me that we can do them. But we've had our best numbers in the pandemic and coming out of the pandemic, historic numbers, right? And because we actually listen to our student athletes, we listen to our coaches. We knew that training and development was going to be the key. And I told Katie, I said, hey, let's make them give their own presentation, because we know they're going to need to have virtual experience for online interview. Let's see who can do it, who can't. It was more of assessment and seeing what can happen. And then I do a great job of listening to those around me. Normally how it happens, sure, the best idea wins with me. And I truly believe that. Like, I know it sounds funny. It is some things that maybe I just want a certain way. And Katie maybe can go into that more, because, I don't know how crazy I am all the way. But, but if it makes sense and we can justify it and you can stand by it and it's a great decision, I don't have that ego pride where it has to be exactly the way that I want it. I can be like, hey, as long as the results align to what we're doing and we don't compromise the culture, right, that we're building, we can kind of make that happen. And I think that excites leaders to want to do it. I think our coaches have a big voice inside our athletic department that normally you don't have in the athletics department. I didn't have this same voice that my coaches do when I was coming through. And we kind of always remember the first person that give us our opportunities, to do something. And we got a lot of people on our staff that we have given an opportunity to. And I hope that they're grateful for that. And it's no repayment. We're not asking them anything but be the best version of themselves, right? That's the standard, right, that we're asking. And, Katie allows me to be innovative. Michael allows me to be innovative, because I can stay in a mode to where I'm thinking and growing, because she'll tell you, I'm already working on 22, 23. I got things that we're doing now that will line up for that later. And I'm hoping that these plays will pay itself off. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes too. But I think, what we're working on now, Katie, is going to sustain us so much more, in the next coming years, that our coaches should be really, really excited. Like, we picked up the ARM system. Very few NAIA. I don't have the research, but I can tell you it's probably less than 5 programs that's NAIA level that probably have the ARMS system. It's probably less than that. We probably one of the few in the country that has that now. To be able to have some programs some sports that we actually have in our pipeline for the last 18 months that has nothing to do with NAIA, because we're looking to the future. So if you really take a big snapshot of our program, if you're a coach with us, you're an administrator with us, or you're a volunteer, wherever you are with us, you should be able to see, we're so transparent, you should be able to see that vision moving forward. And if you can't, shame on you. And, we probably do a great job, because our AD staff, who doesn't get enough credit, they are gap fillers there. And Katie's one of the leaders of those people who fill in the gaps, from, food to transportation to all of these things, to where we just try to allow our SID teams to be able to just do what they do, allow our coaches to just do what they do, and so on and so forth. So we've definitely been challenged, but I'm so grateful for Katie's leadership, so grateful for our first round draft picks throughout our athletics. It's amazing. And we keep getting better. We keep getting better. And that's because we take the time to train and develop. We don't smooth over that. We really care about that. And hopefully our efforts will be met with, our last seat, right? Which is, championships, right? So I think that's tremendous. Katie, before I let you go, September 17th.
Katie, be the best version of yourself right here. As Sean said, be the best version of yourself.
September 17th.
Let me show the trophies here.
Okay.
Let's get the trophies going here.
All right. So that's
yes. All right.
It looks nice. It looks great.
Coveted prize. Okay.
Yeah. Objects are larger than they appear.
There's one more I haven't shown you yet. It's the participation trophy.
Okay, let me see that. I haven't seen that one yet.
Participation trophy.
Oh, okay. Man, better luck next time.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's going to look great in your office, Sean. That's going to look great in your office.
I surely don't want that prestigious trophy. It looks nice. It looks great. But I'd rather have that one that looks like crystal or whatever that is. Okay, it looks very expensive, so I'm not going to ask what the budget was. No, I'm just joking. I'm teasing. September 17th.
Yes.
It's going to be an epic event. ESPN has been ringing our phones left and right.
Can't wait.
So many sponsorships are just knocking at the doors, right? Now, we have this pro named David Shermet, who's been talking mad stuff about how he's been insulting me all day long, okay? He's convinced some great videographer to loop my horrendous pitch over and over and over. I'm surprised we even get baseball recruits, so I'm on the next video of how not to throw out a first pitch. But, we're going to give all the proceeds of how we figure it out to charity and all those great things.
Yeah.
But I need you to pick. Are you going to pick the pro, which is David Shermet, or are you going to pick the Joe in me? Now, I will tell you this, Katie. The filth that's been coming out of his mouth, filth flying. And he been throwing his biceps up. He's been showing us the biceps because he's in the greatest shape of his life right now. He's throwing up the biceps.
Good for you, Coach.
Those things. And that's letting me to believe that talent is not working hard because he got a little bit of entitlement. His nose is up. He thinks this is in the bag.
Yeah.
Now, two things that I just got to tell you before I hear your pick. Number one, he told me I can create the rules. Now, it's not going to be one rule that's in his advantage. Let me tell you that. I haven't created them yet, but whatever it is, it will not be in his advantage. Okay? That's the first thing. Okay? Number two, I can put in a clause that I start off with 6-0. He never said I could. He said I could make the rules up. So I'm thinking about just being smart about this, Katie.
After every day,
give myself a little cushion of we start off 6-0 because he never said that. He said whatever I want.
Okay, what are we playing up to though?
Listen, I play to win the game. I play to win the game, sir. So
all right, Herm.
I might start off with 6 points. He might start off with 0. Okay, and then who knows what happens after that?
What are we playing to?
We're playing. Well, I haven't figured it out yet. Yeah. But maybe 8 because I'll be a little empathetic. So maybe 8. Okay. But we're doing NBA 3-pointers.
Okay.
And then whatever else. I think I'm gonna get 7 breaks, and he only can get 2. I think one of the rules I'm putting there is he cannot drink water at any time.
Wait a minute. Wait, if you get 7 breaks, I only get 2. What am I doing during your breaks? Do I have to run laps?
You gotta run. I'm gonna figure it out. Burpees. We talked about this already.
Burpees, yes.
We're gonna be doing burpees in between my timeouts. So I'm gonna set up this
We
great.
should have our own hot dog eating contest, like Nathan.
All of this rules. You might have to run 3 miles before the event starts, and it be time. So I'm gonna figure this out, but we're gonna get creative. So I just wanted to give you all that background before you make your pick. So now that you know where the stakes are, right? And my last thing, Katie, those who have picked for me probably get like 4-day weekends and beach time. And I'm just, did I say that out
That's a
loud?
very nice sell.
I'm just
Keeping in
saying,
mind, I'm favored. Max Ling set me as a favorite.
shopping sprees and that's the way. I'm just saying, lifetime gifts or whatever. I'm just saying.
Let me think. Way to put me on the spot, make me pick right now.
Everyone before you has chosen, but remember, I'm writing it down, so I'm gonna remember what you choose.
All right. Well, this is a no-win. So, okay, I'm gonna go with Sean because I know his basketball lineage. I know his. I've seen him play. I've seen him put up some shots before. Shermet, I've never seen you play. That doesn't mean I don't have faith in you, but I know what I'm choosing in choosing Sean.
Okay, so the final score is 7-1, with Kenidi MacDonald being the lone dissenting judge. It feels like the friggin' Supreme Court.
Listen, so
Kenidi will be rewarded thusly.
Well, we all know that you pretty much hedged that bet with Kenidi. I couldn't even talk to her for 1 second that she was on the podcast. He talked to her before and I wasn't there, did an interview, then he talked to her again and it just went all downhill, for me with Kenidi. But she does have an option to change the event.
Locked in. Now. It's locked in.
Now. And then, I just want to go on record for our 50th to let everyone know that I've been the people's champ of our podcast. Okay. It's not all about me, but it is all about me. And I'm 50-0 against Sherman. Okay? All right. So he's been losing. He's been trapped in his closet for 50 episodes. Okay.
Where I am. I'm in the closet.
Literally trapped in his closet for 50 episodes. So at some point when we get back on campus, I'll figure out a budget. Okay. So we can be a little bit more entertaining all together, which would be cool. Have a little room and we'll do this the right way. But it's been a pleasure being able to do this podcast because it's truly on the fringes of my comfort zone. But I will tell you, this podcast during the pandemic has been therapeutic. It's been some laughter. It's been, just some great topics. Shermet and B comes up with all of this great content. And really, I'm so lucky. I just get to show up late and pop on my stuff and then just talk with these guys. And then they kick me off. And then my stuff normally loads up faster than Sherm's. And, because his bandwidth is like 0 over there, negative something. But it's been truly therapeutic. It's been great. I think our student athletes love what they hear. I think the viewing audience love it as well. It's been time and consideration put into this. So thank you. I know it's only going to get better. I know we got other great things that we can do, but I don't think we could have put it together any better during the pandemic with the resources we had. So thank you for thinking of this.
Yeah, and congratulations to you guys. 50 episodes. That's a lot, but I know it's just the tip of the iceberg. I know we have so much more coming. I know that when sports are in full swing, this is just going to be this is going to be the platform for us. Yep. This will be the hub. Super excited for you guys. You're doing a fantastic job. Thanks for having me be a part of it.
No, it's been awesome. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for keeping us balanced. Thank you for making sure we get the right people on at the right time, and not booting me off yet. So I know I'm on borrowed time. I know I'll be gone before the season's over. So we have to look for who is Sean's replacement. Who would be my
No, that support is mutual. I'm here to support you too. I'm not pushing you out.
It was a long time coming. Thank you very much. We should have had you on long ago. I'm glad you could come on now. We may ask you to come back at another time, so you'll come back, won't you?
Absolutely. Thank you, gentlemen.
Hey, definitely. I want you to come back on because I do think we do need to highlight the destination that you have. and
Yeah,
really show what that position is. It's not, for those who are listening that doesn't know Katie's destination in our program, it's not a token spot. You know, some people seem to kind of think that when they hear that. It's not, but it is a lot of education and awareness around it. And I think it deserves a full podcast. And I think we can add that together and continue to put a spotlight on what should already have a spotlight for us. So I'm excited for that.
yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah, and just to add to that, this last year and a half, I think we've probably seen more strides in the last 18 months for women in sports than we have in the last 18 years. You know, there's a GM at the Miami Marlins. First time a lady has been in that spot. You know, so women are certainly making strides. They're in all levels of coaching, even on men's side now. We've got women that are like Gloria Navarez, as you mentioned, who is the commissioner of the WCC. You know, there's so much. It's we're very fortunate, and it's continuing on. So we want to continue to place a spotlight on those social issues, and it's an important, timely issue. We're making a lot of strides, so we want to help perpetuate that. So yeah, we'll have you back on. We'll certainly talk about that. It's a great topic and one to look forward to.
Wonderful. Thanks. Anytime. And yeah, I think, you know, not just our female athletes will appreciate that, but all of our athletes will appreciate and be able to learn and move forward and, you know, just be better humans because of it.
Absolutely. Katie, thank you again.
Thanks so much.
All right. Have a great weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
Hard to believe 50 episodes went by that fast. Took us a year to do it, but we got it done. And as Katie said, just the tip of the iceberg. We have a lot to which we can look forward as the summer presses on. Our teams are going to be back on the field. We're going to have a lot of content. We're going to talk about the outcomes of all of these games and what we have to look forward to. Sean, as always, it's a pleasure to have you on.
Yeah, it's been an honor to be associated with the podcast, to be with two esteemed gentlemen as yourselves, Brandon and Shermdog. It's really been more than I thought it could ever be. I came in with open expectations, but I'm so thankful that it exceeded even my open expectations, which is pretty hard, right? Because there was no standard or bar to jump over, but I'm just elated, you know, to be a part of this. I look forward to getting up early in the morning on a Friday and talk shop with two great people. And I think that now that we're going to be a little more visible, right? We're going to have a grand opening of officially being visual. We're going to put some budget to this and really get this thing amped up. We're going to gaslight it a little bit, right? We're going to gaslight it and we're going to take it to another level. And I think some of these interviews that we'll start having after tough wins and tough losses and things of that nature, the game within the game will be able to be shared on this platform. And it should be able to give our fans and our student athletes and whoever else that attracts us a little more insight on what it takes to build greatness the Warrior way.
Well, we have, as we say, a lot to look forward to. I'm excited. We're getting back on the field. We're all itching to get out there and get going again. I know there's a lot of work ahead of us, but we got great people in place. And the podcast will continue. So for everyone out there listening, make sure you listen out for the next podcast. We're still going to crank them out with all this great content. As always, hey, B, you were great today. You're welcome to come on anytime you want. Put a face to a name, man. It's a good looking one with the beard and everything. I'll tell you.
Hey, B, way to represent, B.
That's right.
Yes, sir. That's what we do. That's what we do. Let's go.
All right. Hey, for everyone out there listening, thanks so much. Stay safe. And
hey, Dave, let me say one last thing.
Yeah, of course.
September 17th at the warehouse. You better be there.
Let's go.
Everybody better be there.
Let's go.
7-1. It's 7-1. Thank goodness for my savior, Kenidi MacDonald.
Hey, do not try to have no bulletin board material, Dave. You've been talking mad junk. It's on video. We know you've been starting it, and I'm going to finish it.
you know what? I haven't been able to even get a word in. I haven't been able to talk very much junk today, so I'm going to have to make up for that.
You actually told me to tell everybody how much junk you was talking.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to. I gotta hire some writers.
Yeah.
I gotta get some material and some content, and I'm gonna come at you with an army, man. We still have 2 months.
Hey, what they say? Hey, come at me, bro. Come at me, bro.
All right, you want some of this? All right, I'm ready to throw down, bro. Hey, much love to everybody. Thank you so much. Stay safe and well. Can't wait to do this again.
Already.
Oh.
And as always, I would like to thank my guest host, our Dean of Athletics, DeShaun Harris.
Yay.
And the gentleman who makes us sound good each and every time we do podcasts, that is Brandon Peterson, our sound engineer.
Beep.
And don't forget to subscribe wherever you download your podcast, and please leave a positive review on Apple Podcasts. It helps us get the word out about Westcliff Athletics, and we thank you for your support. And keep an eye out for the next podcast.